Where am I? Hello? Am I gone? The fuck? Hello? Why is there always some sort of like technology problem? I don't understand. Where did I go? I literally just saw myself. Oh, well, that's working now. So that was... Okay, you see that? I was trying to get that to work yesterday, but it didn't work. Okay, now I'm not working. Nande? Hello? What is happening? Why am I not here? I'm so confused. Okay, everyone. 1 second. What the fuck? I literally just saw myself before this stream even started. Does that work now? Hello? Oh my god, I'm gone! Now we just have the Alu peeps taking over everything. Okay, while you guys are playing with that, let me figure out why I'm not here. That's so weird. Well, at least it gives me time, I guess. Hold on. Enna Alouette. Wait. Okay, chat, I'm gonna switch to another scene just to test this out. This has never happened before. OPS, hello? Hello? So weird. Okay. Hello? I'm not anywhere. Okay, chat, I'm gonna have to like restart the stream, okay? I'll be... Hello? Hey guys. I'm back. I don't know why. All I did was restart OBS and now everything's working again. You guys hear me? La 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 la. Okay. We good? Okay. Wait, do those little tiny Alu peep thingies still work? I'm gonna test it. Test membership. Oh, it does work! Alright, guys! Awesome! I'm happy. Alright, so I woke up kind of late today. Well, not really. I still woke up in time to start my stream. But then I also wanted to, like, boil hot water. And also, you know, I didn't want to rush myself because I'm really tired. Yeah. Am I lagging? No, I'm not. Okay. So, okay guys, I can't see the screen, please. Okay, so today I'm going to be presenting you, the behind the scenes things on our new original song that hasn't premiered yet, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. Showing you guys who is on my awesome team, and I have a few words from like our producer and hopefully our lyricist who's writing it right now. Everything's a little last minute. But yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys. And I have some like, cause this project started like over a year ago. So like how it first began is quite different than like what it is today. So I thought it was pretty cool to like show you guys. Yeah. So let's do that. Let's go to the other room. Cute! What the fuck? Bruh. Alright. Alright. I don't know what's going on with OBS today. Okay, so... what are we doing again? Alright. Here we go. So let's start with our wonderful, wonderful video editor. Okay. Her name is Phin. Boop. Okay. I just want to give the biggest thank you and appreciation to Phin because Phin, not only did she animate this entire almost 6-minute song once again. So if you guys don't know, for my debut song, Wish of the Songbird, it was also about like 5 minutes, and I had also asked Phin to animate it. So when I asked Phin to animate this song, she was like, "You really love making me animate 5+ minute songs." And I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't even notice." Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's 6 minutes, but it doesn't feel like 6 minutes because of like how nicely it's tied together, okay? So, yeah, I don't know. You know, songs before used to last like 10 minutes, okay? Nowadays, songs last like 2 minutes, which I think is a little short, but whatever. So, I feel like the good in between is 4 to 5 minutes, okay? 6 minutes might be a little long, but in this case, I think it's fine. But yeah, Phin is our amazing animator and video editor, okay? And not only did she animate everything about the song. Sorry guys, I just woke up, so I'm a little tired. But not only did she animate everything for our original song, she also went out of her way to like draw this logo, which is freaking awesome. Look at this, like she drew this herself. Also, that's like her own handwriting as well, which is insane because it's like that looks like an actual like font. Like I want to purchase this font and use it for every thumbnail on my streams now, which I have been doing for one of the I always use the same font when I make thumbnails. So people who have noticed have been low-key making fun of me for it, but like I think that font just works all the time, okay? Yeah, I know. And I'll show you guys what the logo looked like before. So this is actually the logo for, you know, the upcoming premiere. Like this is, well, I say logo, but it's actually, well, yeah, it is a logo. So this is what it looked like before. This was also really, really cool. I love this little mushrooms that's like surrounding the title. So before, like I think like a couple months back, Keiki and I kind of called it the mushroom song, maybe. Like it was just kind of like what we had in mind. We didn't really like decide. It wasn't really concrete at the time because that's not what we were focusing on. But then towards the end, we were like, should we call it mushroom or mushroom song or mushroom, you know? And Keiki was just like, well, I think it would be simpler just to call it mushroom. Because like mushroom song sounds very like, maybe it sounded a little bit too childish. Like we wanted it to be childish, kind of like a storybook. But I think like if you put like mushroom song, it just kind of feels like a kid's song, which is not the case. This is not a kid's song, okay? I put like no, this is a no for kids, okay? So we ended up going with just mushroom, which is what you saw here. And Phin adapted to that as we went with that whole idea. So thank you, Phin, for putting up with our indecisiveness. Also, another thing that she drew were oh yes, this was the original, like not original, sorry. This was the after, and then we got rid of the song part. So these were all like the previous drafts. PowerPoint? Yeah, this is a PowerPoint. Sort of. And then something else she drew was all these. Oh, so there's like a little there's a little scene during the bridge, and that entire animation was drawn by Phin herself. So yeah, she like thought up the idea to include you guys, the Alou peeps. You know, I was like, no, I don't want to include the Alou peeps, man. Come on. No, I didn't say that. But like, she had the idea of including the Alou peeps during the bridge as like sort of like a support system for this character. This character is obviously me, but you know, this is just like in this fantasy storybook song. this character is like, she looks like me and she's technically me, but she's not actually me in real life. You know, I don't fucking go into forests by myself and like do weird shit, you know what I mean? Like, but you know, that's kind of like, I'm just borrowing myself. So yeah, she thought up the idea to include the Alu Peeps as a sort of support system. This frame doesn't actually show up in the actual music video or picture video, but this was sort of like the first draft. And then this one was also drawn by Phin. This is actually included in the actual video. Yeah, this is all a part of the bridge, so you guys will kind of see it probably later when it premieres. Yeah. And then Phin did something really freaking cool, which was she included my best friend, obviously. And again, like, this is technically Millie, but in the storybook, you know, it's just the story. We're just borrowing people in real life to put in a story. Yeah, it's so cute. There's a Millie cameo, which I'm really excited for you guys to see. And this is a really cool thing that she did as well. So this is obviously like Millie's silhouette. I think like having Millie as the silhouette is really smart because she has a very defined silhouette. Like, her hat is so big. You really can't like... You really can't mistake her for anyone else, even if you can't see her face. So this is her. And what Phin did was that she had like this really scuffed scanner thingy. And she told me she had the idea of like scanning a bunch of like magazines or newspapers, putting it all together and making this sort of like background. This is also why you can see like a bunch of words. Those words we did not make up, okay? They're all from like newspapers and stuff. It's kind of to be a part of the aesthetic. Yeah, the concept is so freaking cool. She's like a genius. And she worked really hard on this. So I'm really excited for you guys to see particularly the visuals of this premiere. So yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to see specifically this part. I think this part of the song is actually like the saddest. Well, not the saddest, but I think it just like, it's very bittersweet. Like, once you read the lyrics and once this scene is animated or shown in the music video during that specific part of the song, you guys will probably understand what I mean. Yeah, it's really it's very bittersweet. I think that is the word. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for the gifted members. Kentanya, thank you so much for the 50. Holy shit. Thank you. Thank you so much. Make sure you say thank you if you received a gifted membership. Oh my god. And Yutsu Inu, thank you so much for the 5. Thank you. Jue, thank you so much for the 1 gifted. And Aya as well, thank you. Medium, thank you so much for the 1 gifted. And Idiot Sandwich, thank you so much for the 10. Thank you guys. I'll make sure to read all the super chats at the very end of this stream. I'll go over everything. Yeah, oh my god, I think my voice is a little tired from yesterday. Should I eat something so my voice isn't so like tired? Yeah, I've been married. I think like because I had to rush like putting everything together and then also pack and then also like I just got back from a trip. I'm like super tired. Yeah, let me think. Oh, I have tuna. I'll be back, guys. Oh god, I think I'm just hungry, yeah. I need to like always eat something, otherwise I'm so tired, you know? I'm like old. Okay, sorry, I'm not done simping over Phin. Also, I asked her if she wanted to say anything, like any comments, and all she said was hi. You know, like this kind of happened last time too with Keiki. I was like, do you want to say anything because you helped make like all the instruments and stuff? And then Keiki was just like, no, I don't want to say anything. It was like, I don't know why like really extremely genius artists just don't want to say anything for some reason. I think it's so cool. Maybe I should just talk less too so I seem more mysterious and cool. You know, every time I make something, I'm like, oh my god, so this was my thought process, blah. So I feel like I'm an artiste, but actually like real genius artists, like they just do shit and they're just like, yeah. So I think that's cooler. Oh my god, it's Phin here. Wait, where's she? Yeah. Oh, okay, wait, I'm not done simping, guys. Okay, so 1 second. I need to insert this. Okay, so I don't want to spoil too much of the actual video, so I'm gonna use my trailer. My trailer is not accurate because I like put a bunch of After Effects, like preset After Effects stuff on the trailer so that I can block like, you know, some things so you guys can see like the lyrics very well or anything, you know. Also it kind of makes it look more loopy, which I think is funny. But yeah, the actual video is so much more organized and nice. Well, you know, it's a lot more like presentable. So wait, hold on, where the fuck did I put it? Oh, I have to put it like, is this okay, OBS, like what is happening today? I do not understand. Okay, so I'm just gonna do everything scuffly today, okay? I don't know what's happening with OBS. The studio mode doesn't work. This doesn't work. Okay, so let's specifically skip to these parts. So as you can see, I know that I have like, you know, made it look weird with the presets of After Effects. But as you can see, this was all put together by Phin herself. Okay, like the background, like I believe she used the scanner to make like the aesthetic kind of like collage, newspaper collage kind of style. And then she had the idea of like framing the two frames on the side. This circle thingy, I just like put like a preset on, so like it doesn't actually look like that. But yeah, you can see that there's like basically 3 frames of animation playing at the same time. Yeah, it kind of gives like a really like storybook, you know, like those pop-up books where you can kind of like see everything all at once. Yeah, it's kind of like that, which I think is genius. Okay, so this I actually drew because we originally had another animation for this one part, but we had to scrap it because you know, we have to get a lot of our things approved by Mane-san, and if Mane-san says that they're concerned about something, they will ask us to remove it. So that's what we did, and so instead okay, so I don't know how to draw, and I didn't want Phin to do any more work because this was towards the end, and Phin did so much work, so I was like, I need to do something, you know. I'm not gonna let them, like, figure it out on themselves. So, I took a picture of my hand. Okay, so I took a picture of my hand with my iPad, and then I traced it, and it still looks weird. I don't know why, but, like, the fingers look okay, but I don't know what happened, you know, it's okay. It's, like, it's only for, like, a second. So then I was like, okay, what should I do? I don't know. I'm gonna put like this little mushroom guy on my hand. So I traced my hands, which I know my hands look great, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I have like piano hands, so they look awesome. So then I just drew a little mushroom dude on the palm of my hand, and that's it. And then I gave it to Phin, and I was like, "Yep, that's it. That's the animation. I'm sorry. That's all that I can think of." So, no, I did my best, guys. I did my best. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not good at drawing, but I swear this only appears for like one second, so it's fine. Okay, this part was genius. And again, don't mind, you know, the distortion, because that's what I did. Just to kind of like hide everything, but not really. I'm kind of stupid. So like, you can see that like, look at the background. Like, holy shit. The background is fucking amazing. Like, I don't know how she did this, but she's really fucking... I don't know, man. You guys, she's a genius. I don't really know what else to say, you know. I don't understand her thought process, but yeah, I'm just like in awe. Yeah, it's very trippy, and that's sort of the visuals that we wanted to like portray for the song, so it fit so well. Yeah, it's a really like surreal thing. It's like the illustration itself is very fairy tale like, and then we have the background that's like more in real life. So it kind of is like what's happening, you know. Sometimes it kind of is like that, you know. Like sometimes when you look at a very beautiful scenery, like if you see like a very beautiful sunset, sometimes you're like, it's so beautiful that it seems surreal. It's that sort of thing. Yeah. And yeah, like the rest of it, like it's really hard to see. But because I like fucking put the After Effects presets on it. But yeah, you can tell that just from this like 40-second trailer alone, like there was so much detail put into the animation and video by Phin. And yeah, it's amazing. Also, she drew this part as well, like the one in the middle. Oh, it's really, it kind of looks like it's being drawn on like newspaper, and it's just, I don't know, everything that was in this video is just so aesthetic, and I couldn't have asked for like, I couldn't have asked anybody else to do this for us. So I'm so grateful that I had them on my team. And yeah, I'm really excited for you to see the actual premiere tonight, 12 a.m. EST, guys, 12 a.m. EST, so that you guys can like understand how much work my team put into this. Yeah, it's so good. This has some Kikuo vibes. Honestly, Kikuo is like one of my favorite artists of all time. That's a big compliment for me. So, yeah. Okay. I love you, Phin. You're the best. Also, I just want you guys to know, a lot of the people on my team throughout the year, they were going through stuff. Like, people had, like, exams. They were going to school. Some people had health issues. So, like, it wasn't just because, like, we were hyper-focused on this project, but we were, like, this project was really on and off because everybody just has their own life, right? But then, that's why it makes it so much more worthwhile when it is finished, because even though everybody was going through their own stuff, when they had time to pick up this project again, they never, like, compromised quality. Because they were also passionate about, like, what they do, you know? Like, every person on our team is really... You can tell they're really passionate about what they do. Like, you know, Keiki's really passionate about, like, music, so he just, you know, he just makes really good music. And then our lyricist is a really good friend of mine, actually. And they are very good at writing lyrics, and they have given me lectures about the meter. We'll talk more about that once we, you know, once we get to our lyricist, but I'm still waiting for them to, like, write something up, so I'm just gonna, like, give them some time. I think they're probably not finished yet, but yeah. Okay. Okay, so next person I want to show you guys are artiste. Super duper amazing artist. This person I just kind of like found And I was like, okay guys, so I knew for this song I wanted a really specific art style. Not the usual like anime sort of thing, but I really wanted to look like it was really like story fairy tale, but kind of creepy, but also really like beautiful. It was a very specific art style that I wanted, and I just digged everywhere. I went on Twitter and I like looked under the indie artists, you know, just like because a lot of like indie artists, they posted on this hashtag so that people can like find them. And I went through like, I'm not even joking, I went through like weeks of searching for an artist because none of the artists that I already knew was the style that I kind of wanted for this song. So I digged everywhere. Like I saw some weird shit. I'm not gonna lie. I saw some weird stuff that was like, what is happening? I'm not talking about art. I saw some like sometimes when you dig too hard on Twitter, you see some crazy shit. But like I had to go through all that to find like the one artist that I thought would be perfect for the song, and that person was Maegae. I really hope that I've been pronouncing their name right. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys the concept art that she drew first. I think I already showed the members this, but I'm gonna show like the public. Okay, so Maegae is an amazing artist. Her style is really unique. It's like by default, it's kind of like it's kind of just like fairy tale, you know? It's very like eerie, but it's also like really gorgeous. There's so much detail in like just one character alone that she draws. Like she draws like every single strand of like hair, and you can see it. So this was the concept art for the background. As you can see, this was like a draft. So I basically told her that I wanted this character to be in a mushroom land, you know, very fairy tale, very fairy tales like scenario, and I wanted to be specifically in a forest, if possible, because the forest was to represent like getting lost and everything. So this was the first draft of the background, and then it became the final. So like as you can see here, it all got like drawn. So this is the forest that you first walk into. Okay, it has a pretty clear path. Like you can see that like in the middle there's a path of green, so it's not quite like, it's not very like easy to get lost. This is why it shows up usually at the verses of the song, because it's kind of like the gateway to entering a larger, deeper, scarier, more haunting forest. Okay, the colors are amazing. First of all, I don't know how you can draw like this. I'm not gonna lie, this looks like a painting. Okay, I don't really know how some people draw like this, but it is absolutely like insane that they can make stuff like this. And I could only hope to even like, sometimes when I draw a tree, it looks like a broccoli. So I don't know how people do this. It's actually so amazing. And if you think this is amazing, then I want you guys to look at the next one. This was so, like, I told Maegae that I really wanted at some point for a scene to look really like scary. But I didn't want it to be too different from like the other backgrounds. And this was just the perfect amount. It's like, it's definitely a lot more eerie, but at the same time, it's not like so eerie that it's taking over. It's not like you're in a completely different forest, you know? It's like, oh yeah, it's still a forest. It seems a little bit more creepier. And that's exactly what she did. It was like crazy. Also, you can kind of see like there's some mushrooms on the ground too in the far background. So that was a very good detail. Yeah, the foggy and the uncertainty, like the colors being used really represent like a really thick fog almost. And it just really adds to the eeriness. And then we have this one as well, which is like another background. This one she actually like just drew herself. And I really love how she drew the tree. It's like super, you can tell like trees like this are usually super old. They've been there for a while. So, you know, this one illustration just gives you so many like scenarios. You know, you can think about a lot of stories just looking at this background. And I just think like it's such an added, it adds such a amazing detail. And again, like, I didn't really ask for, like, I wasn't specific about the backgrounds. I was just like, yeah, I want a forest. You know, I want it to look, like, mysterious. And in my head, I was just like, yeah, probably, like, 2 backgrounds are probably gonna be good enough. But, you know, Maegae really exceeded my expectations by, like, 1,000,000%. And just went ahead and, like, drew a bunch of beautiful forest sceneries, which is crazy. I know, guys, it's like, it's insane, guys. Everybody who is a part of this project is low-key, like, crazy. In a good way. Wait, I'm trying to find something. I actually made a slide, so maybe I can read off of that because my brain isn't working. I made a slide for this entire project that I did like a year ago. What the fuck is this? Belgium? Oh, I did a presentation of Belgium back in like 2012, and it's still here. That's so funny. Okay, hold on one second. I'll try not to sing this song too much. Did I like ever share like a file? Like, did I not like put it in a? I put it here. Do I make PowerPoints that often? By me. Oh, there it is. January 21st, 2022. Okay. So this is what I wrote, okay? For backgrounds. For the background, I was thinking it would be a very mysterious forest. Lots of nature around, accompanied by many flowers, mushrooms, rocks, etc. Feel free to use your imagination. I think it would be a good idea to separate layers so that when we animate it, we can put the background in the back and some of the trees, mushrooms, and flowers, for example, in front to emphasize depth perception. Is your voice okay? No, it's not. I don't know why, but my voice is not feeling good today. I think I'm not getting enough rest. Oh my god. Okay. But yeah, that's what I said for the backgrounds, and I wanted it to be kind of like horizontal so we can like pan left to right, if anything. So yeah, that was my idea for the backgrounds. And then this last one is really cool. Oh my god, this is probably my favorite one because this is like, you know, I love mushrooms. You know, like, I think mushrooms look really cute. I don't like eating them in particular, but like, I like the shape of the mushrooms, you know. I think it's a really cute thing. It's a cute shape, you know. So, like, I wanted it to kind of be like, you know, these cute little mushroom houses. Because, I don't know, it seems like they would be a very nice, like, shape house to live in. Yeah. Yeah, some mushrooms are kind of tasty. It depends on how you cook them. I really like enoki. Oyster mushrooms are good too. Okay, but like in this song, like the mushroom that's featured in this song is like not edible. I mean, you could eat it, but like if you eat it, you'll probably like not feel so good, you know? But I guess that's kind of like the point, I guess. So in this song, the featured mushroom is not like the normal mushrooms that you eat and you cook and you put like, you know, on your fried rice or whatever. Okay, it's actually poisonous. The this mushroom, the one with the red cap with the white dots, it's called the, I think it's called the Amanita mushroom. Wait, let me search it up. I don't know, I forgot. Amanita muscaria. So it's a poisonous mushroom. Yeah. So don't eat this one. If you ever see this in a forest or whatever, just don't touch it, okay, guys? Honestly, if you see anything in the forest that's like super duper pretty, like it's blue or red, do not touch it, okay, guys? Just a warning. Because like all the ugly looking, like all, not the ugly, but all, you can tell when you can eat something because it doesn't look that great, but it like is edible, you know? Like the brown stuff, like brown or like, I don't know, green, you know, usually it's that color. But if you see shit popping up like purple or like lime green, yeah, you don't touch shit like that. Because usually they want, I don't know, in nature, like they have like these vibrant colors to kind of like warn insects, animals that like, oh, this is poisonous. And usually that is the case, you know, and we still don't listen. So they count as a warning sign. Yeah, just think of it as a stop sign. You know, you see a stop sign, it's red, you stop. You see a red mushroom, you stop. You don't touch it. Okay. So anyways, the backgrounds were freaking amazing. This one is actually the background that I featured in the song cover art, I guess you could say, song cover art. So originally it was gonna be me sleeping, but then I think like we had to scrap it for permission reasons. So yeah. And then there's this one as well. There's like a little like, this is also like a mushroom house, but also it's in the middle of nowhere, so it seems very like lonely. And I think it's really like all of these backgrounds, just the backgrounds themselves just tell so much. You know, there's so much like stories that you could come up with just from these backgrounds alone. And I just think like, damn, I really picked the perfect artist for this song. I'm really happy. So, and this was the concept of the character design. Okay, so you can see like there's the first design, second design, and then there's the experimental one. So this one in particular is from the first design. So you can see like, you know, the clothing. There's like a, I don't know what it's called, but there's like a little bit of a, like a cape over her body. I don't know what it's called. A stole? Is it called? It's kind of like a scarf, I guess. Is it called a stole? Shawl? I don't know. Yeah. Cloak? Yeah. So, Maegae actually gave me this design first, and she sent this as well. She was like, oh, I made like 3 different types of clothing, so I want you to pick one. And I actually went with the experimental one just because like, I know this song is kind of like eerie and bittersweet, but I wanted the character herself to look really innocent and really like I wanted her design to look like she was looking forward to an adventure. And I think like because the experimental design had more like vibrant colors, like it definitely has more red than white. It had like a more positive look in my opinion. Like you know, the sleeves are more like puffed up, the skirt is just slightly shorter and more like flared out, and it just looks more like adventurous. And that's sort of what I wanted, because I wanted the girl to look really healthy in the beginning, so that we can like make her look really unhealthy towards the end. Yo, I messed up, guys. Holy shit. Yeah, I wanted this girl to look really like positive and innocent, so that towards the end of the song she'll look like fucking tainted as fuck. You know, I didn't want her to look like super tainted already like me in real life, because then towards the end you don't really see much of a contrast. But like if you make somebody who looks really like positive and just really preppy looking towards the end. When they look messed up, they look messed up, guys. I have to get more water. I'll be back. Yeah. I don't know what's happening with my voice. It's not feeling too great. Oh my lord. Anyways, we will talk a little softer, I guess. Maybe I'm just really tired. Okay, and then so this was like the experimental design that she kind of polished up. So this is what the character looks like. So this is the design that we went with, and you can see like the characters of the mushrooms. Like originally, I think we wanted to like put a face on the mushrooms, but then I was like, I think it might be a little bit too childish. Like I wanted it to look childish, but not too childish, because this is kind of like a very heavy topic, I guess. So I wanted it to be a little bit more eerie, so we took away the faces. But you know, this is kind of like our first concept of the mushroom characters, and they're so freaking cute! I know! I want one as my pet! Like, I almost wish that we kept the faces, but then it would look like too happy, maybe? Sorry, I'm coughing. So yeah, this was the design that we went with. And then, these are our official mushroom characters, as you can see. Very eerie looking. And that's what I wanted. Like, the mushrooms are kind of like the antagonist characters of this song. Because they're... Well, you know, it started off with like... Mushroom Enna going into a forest, you know, being like, ooh, what's this? She meets like these mushroom characters, and you know, these mushroom characters like play with Enna, but also they're at the same time they're like inviting her to go into the forest even deeper. And then by the end they kind of just like take control of her life, which is kind of the vibe of it. So by taking away the faces of the mushrooms, it makes them look more eerie, and they kind of look almost like evil, you know. And honestly, it's just like they're just mushrooms. But for some reason, when you take away the faces, you don't really know what they're thinking or feeling, and so automatically you kind of just feel a little bit scared when you look at these. And it's so true, right? Yeah, like sinister shrooms. That's so true. And that's kind of what I wanted for the song. Okay. And we're back to the first concept. Okay, so that was kind of like the concept art of the illustrations. And I'll show you guys the actual sprites. So these are actual sprites that were used in the music video. Boop! Oh, sorry. Wrong one. Boop! Okay. So, just off the bat, isn't this so freaking beautiful? Like, oh my goodness. Like, you can see, like, when I say that, like, she was drawing every strand of hair, like, you can tell. You can tell, like, even from afar, there's so much texture and design. Like, detail and texture. And this isn't even, like, I'm not even zooming in. Like, you can tell just from seeing it super far away. I know, it's so beautiful. I love the way that she drew my hair, because it just adds so much, you know? I don't know how to describe it, but it just looks so good, guys. So yeah, this one is like so this outfit, like this is the outfit that I showed you before in the concept art. And then eventually I was like, okay, so towards the end of the song, like obviously she gets like more, well, you know, everything gets a little crazy at the end. So I wanted it to be expressed through her clothing. So that's what we did. Okay, we didn't take off her hat. I just wanted to take off the hat and toggle it off so you guys can see. Her hat will always be on her head in the actual video, but I just wanted you guys to see like what it looked like underneath her head. Yeah. So like, as you can see, if you actually look at the clothing itself, like the dress loses its color a bit, and you can see that like the sort of like the apron part, I don't know what to call it, but like the apron part is more tattered and it's like ripped apart. And yeah, like her dress overall is just like really battered up, and that's like super duper exactly what I wanted. And Maegae like translated that so well into the clothing. And then this is the version with the hat. This is the same version but with the hat. So with the hat, as you can see in the very first one, it's very red, and then towards the end it loses its vibrant color, but also on top of the head there's like mushrooms growing. I specifically asked her, I was like, I really want little tiny mushrooms to be growing out of her mushroom cap to kind of like, you know how like in nature there's some species that can like brainwash you or like control you. Like specifically, I watched like this BBC documentary of like this snail that got like zombified by like an insect. So like, yeah, so I kind of wanted it to almost be kind of like that, where like the mushrooms were taking over her. And you know, when you want to symbolize like something being taken over, usually what they do is they like start with the brain. But I really wanted like the emphasis to be around the head area, so I was like, hey, we should like put mushrooms on her head to symbolize that she's being like kind of like she's not really herself anymore. And that was like, I think it was a really good like idea. Yeah, that was my idea, guys. So yeah, but I just want you guys to see the difference. It's so cool. It's like when you kind of like toggle it on and off like this, it looks so... Also, you can even tell like her expression is a lot more, she looks more eerie here. So if you look at this, she's more calm. And then in this frame, she's like, oh, what the fuck is going on, you know? So, yeah. And then there's another sprite. So some of these expressions we actually didn't end up using for the actual video, but that's okay. Because, felt like we probably didn't need to. But this is kind of like the second sprite. In this one, you can see that the expression is like really terrified. This one's kind of like, oh, like I don't feel so good, you know. A lot of these expressions are like, I guess, negative because, you know, that's what I'm trying to portray. She's losing it right now, bestie. It's so true. It's like that. She's literally losing it. Yeah, so actually these expressions I just like randomly toggled on just to show you guys how much effort Maegae put into the art. So I just wanted to like show you guys. And this is the version with the hat. This is the original sprite version. So this is what it looks like originally. And then all of these are just extra expressions that she did in case. And I think it's so freaking amazing that like the rest of the body didn't change, but just the expression itself changing just tells a different story. It's crazy. And you know, you guys know that I really like visual novels like Higurashi and Umineko. So like, you know, usually in visual novels they'll have like a standing sprite with like a ton of expressions that they use. And so like I kind of gave her the reference of like Higurashi characters from the visual novels. I was like, yeah, I kind of want it kind of like this, but like different expressions. And yeah, like she did an amazing job translating all of this, and it's so beautiful. And we're back to the beginning. So yeah, these are all like these are the actual sprites used in the actual video. So I hope you guys look forward to seeing these illustrations because they're so freaking gorgeous. And I'm definitely gonna be like keeping all of like everything about this project, I'm gonna be like keeping this in my hard drive, so when I grow up, I can like look back and be like, damn, I really like had such amazing people work with me on my little silly songs, you know, like really. Show don't tell kind of stories are the best kind of storytelling. Yeah, I really wanted to, like, I don't want to, usually when I write songs, I don't want to specifically tell you guys like how I interpret the song, because if you are the maker of a song and you tell people the interpretation, people will be like, oh yeah, that's what it means. Usually I do want you guys to have your own interpretation, because like I think usually a song has many meanings. You know, it could mean like one thing, and then for someone else it could mean something else. So I usually don't like going too deep into like what I think the song is about. But that's also why like I wanted the visuals to be very like storytelly. I don't know if that's not a word, but yeah, so that you guys can have more things to pick up on as you listen to the song with the illustration and with the video. So yeah, there's a lot of room for imagination. Exactly. So yeah, I just want to say a big thank you to Maegae. Thank you so much for being the illustrator of this project. This was like worked on for pretty much like throughout the year and a little bit of last year. So she worked really hard, and she was also juggling school at the same time. So thank you. Make sure I'm gonna update the description of this stream after the stream. But make sure you guys check out our visuals team, Phin and Maegae, because they did an amazing job. Like seriously, they really carried the entire like visuals part of this team. And Keiki and I were more of the musical part, because I have no idea how to draw. As you can see, I had to trace my own hand, which is not, you know, plagiarism, because that's my hand, everybody. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Maybe I'll just leave this up. Maybe I'll just leave the illustration up here, so then I can like talk about the music part, because for the music part you don't really have much to see. So I'll leave this up with maybe like maybe I'll do it like that's kind of cool. Yeah, let's do this one. I'll just leave this up. Alright guys, next person. Let me see if my lyricist wrote anything yet. What do you guys think so far? Do you think it's interesting? I hope like it's not boring, because you know I really like talking about my team. I also just want to really just give them some recognition, because like I'm really lucky to have such a big platform. So whatever the fuck I do, I could literally fart in my mic and people will be like, oh my god, like. But as somebody who was like when I was like doing this sort of thing before NIJISANJI, it was just so hard to get my work out, to have the platform to get it out for a lot of people to see. And it's, you know, it's nobody's fault. It's just like sometimes you just don't have the audience. You know, there's also like, if you take a long time to like upload things, usually your algorithm isn't super good. So that was sort of the problem with, I think it is a problem for a lot of like, especially freelance workers and indie artists of any kind. Because they're always juggling, you know, work or school, and then they also have their passion. The algorithm is really not nice to people who are not like uploading things consistently. And it's just harder to find. Like, for example, like this illustrator Maegae, like it was so hard to find her. But, you know, I could only have found her after like hours of digging. So, yeah, so that's why when I do work with like amazing people, and it's not just this song, but like other songs as well, and really want to make sure that like you guys are also paying a lot of attention to the team, because I know that like technically, because I'm the one who kind of like sung the song and I also uploaded on my channel, and because like I'm from NIJISANJI, I automatically already take the spotlight. But the truth is, a lot of like I truly believe that like the spotlight doesn't only just, you know, is put on like the main singer. Like you need an entire team to make something like this, and which is why I always try to like kind of like flaunt my team. Not in a narcissistic way, obviously, but in a way where it's like I want their works to get recognized, because you can tell they're so passionate about what they do. You know, I love singing and that's my thing, but you can tell like from this illustration alone, like this person has worked on their craft and art for years and really like refined it. And then we have Phin, who's been like animating probably for like years and just experimenting with animating. I don't know what the correct terms are. It's really hard for me to even like describe what they do, because I don't really do the things that they do. And all I can really do is appreciate it and show you guys. So yeah, let me message my lyricist. Hello, are you done writing? I wanted them to like write something. Okay. They said, hi, I'm still writing, LOL. So like, okay, but if you think about it, it makes so much sense. My lyricist, how much time do I have left? There's no like time limit, just maybe within 15 minutes. It shouldn't be too long, okay? Don't write me like 10 pages, okay? That's too long. Okay, but you can even tell, like, lyricists are very meticulous, okay? Well, they should be. Just not like 2 pages, is what I mean. I love how they're like really like, how much time do I have left? Should I just write 4 sentences? I'm just like, it's okay. Just write something. I don't know. Just don't make it like 10 pages. That's all. I'm not picky. But yeah, actually, lyricists, okay. Of all the things in a song in particular, I will never be good at writing lyrics. I never worked on, well, you know, I understand what the meter is. Okay, and if you don't know what the meter is, I'm gonna Google it so that you guys can understand. It's kind of hard to understand. It's not quite rhythm, but basically the meter in terms of like music concept means that like in music, the meter refers to regularly reoccurring patterns and accents such as bars and beats. Rhythmic pattern constituted by the grouping of basic temporal units. Okay, so basically this is too hard for like not music people to understand. So, okay. So when you write lyrics, how the fuck do I explain this? When you write lyrics, has anybody ever heard a song that is really good, but it doesn't quite fit, like the lyrics don't quite like flow very well? You know when people say like, oh, the lyrics don't really flow well. That's kind of what the meter is. It's what like is referred to, you know? So when you listen to a song, let's make up a song right now. Let's go like da na na da na 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 na. Okay, so like, so basically when you say like da na na, most ideally you want like a word that kind of is like 3 syllables. So if you say something like poetry, that kind of makes a lot of sense, right? But if you substitute that 3 notes for like some like 3 individual words, like oh like God sees all, like God sees all, see, like you can tell the flow is just what? Like it still works because you fit it in, but just because something fits doesn't mean it flows well. So what flows better when you sing poetry or God sees all? So just like singing it, you can tell it's way harder to sing like God sees all, other than instead of poetry. So that's what the meter is. So I understand it because of like listening to music, but I think if you like searched it up and tried to learn it theoretically, it's a little bit harder to understand because, you know, like big words and shit like that. But yeah, you can tell. That's why a lot of like Japanese songs that get like trans lyrics, so a lot of like people will like write English lyrics to Japanese songs. It's extremely hard because like because a lot of people don't really follow the meter. So like things will make sense grammatically and it will fit into the song. But just because it fits doesn't mean that it flows well. So a lot of like English covers of Japanese songs, I'm so sorry, I'm calling all y'all out, okay? But it does not fit. You guys are like, there are probably some sentences that flow well, but like overall, most of the time, like trans lyrics do not fit that well, okay? And it's very, very rare for like somebody to write trans lyrics that fit well. It's definitely happened before, okay? But it takes a lot of time and you need a little bit of like practice and a little bit of intuition, you know? Sometimes you have to sing it out loud because there's a difference between writing something down and actually singing it. I'm a vocalist, so I kind of can grasp the concept of the meter a little bit, I would say a little bit like faster compared to maybe like somebody who's just writing lyrics. Because when you sing something, you automatically can realize when it's hard to sing something, right? Yeah. So a lot of the times, especially because I don't write my own lyrics, when I'm singing someone else's lyrics and it's especially hard to, for some reason, sing it because of like, you know, the vowels, like how it's fit into the song, I'm a complainer. So I'll be like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to say this entire sentence in this fucking like stanza? Like this doesn't make any sense. Like a lot of the times I'll sing something, I'll be like, bruh, who wrote these lyrics? Like I will say that all the time. So out of everything in a song, I'm super duper picky with who my lyricist is, okay? For Wish of the Songbird, I wrote the lyrics and I'm not super like proud of them, but they definitely do follow the meter because when I sing it, it flows well, you know? Like time flows once more, you know? It like, it's not like, I'm not very good with words, but it definitely like follows a flow and it's easy to sing. And when it's easy to sing, it's also easy to remember, right? So yeah, even if you're not a good lyricist, if you follow the meter, they can always be like pretty decent. But that's kind of like, you know, that's a little tip for anybody who likes writing lyrics. But yeah, so again, like I'm super picky with lyrics, and my lyricist, Enden Swansong. I'm blocking their name. Hold on, let me move myself to the other side. La 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 la. Move myself over here, okay. My lyricist Enden Swansong is, in my opinion, okay, to be fair, I don't know a lot of lyricists, but in my opinion, they are the best lyricists that I know in my life, okay? And, you know, I'm not including like celebrity lyricists or anything. I'm talking about like within my community. Enden Swansong is the best lyricist. Not only do they take so much time, but they also are a singer and they sing the lyrics too, which is why I think they understand why it's so important for lyrics to flow well in a song. And not only that, but their vocabulary and their, you know, sentence structure and grammar, it's really good. So like, you know, very often I'll write something and they'll correct it and be like, yeah, so like this has to be conjugated here, blah blah. Like I low-key don't know what the fuck they're saying sometimes, and I'm just like, okay, I trust you because like your English is probably better than mine. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so they are, to me, the best lyricists ever. I've told them that many times, but they're like, no, this person is way better than me. Like, trust me, I know. And they're always just like very convinced that they're not the best lyricists, but I like to think otherwise. But not only that, they're also a really good singer. I'm obviously not able to feature their singing here for like, permission reasons. But like, I'm just gonna read out loud like the lyrics of the song. Not all of it, but like just a little bit so you guys can understand. There's a lot of like references to their lyrics as well. And, it's okay if you don't understand the references, because low-key I don't either. But like, there was this one part that I think was really freaking cool. Hold on. I hate when lyrics don't rhyme. Well, that's the thing. If you're not very like, if you don't really write lyrics often, I think writing lyrics that rhyme is simpler. But if you can follow the meter and you're able to kind of write lyrics that don't rhyme and make it work, that means you're really good. And this is kind of what's happening here. So like the very first verse, it goes like, plain are the colors inviting me in, paint a picture of shine, less of Sheila, more Klimt. So there's a reference right there, which I thought like was so fucking cool. So if you guys don't know, Sheila is like, I think an Australian painter, right? I could be wrong. Please somebody help me Google that. Okay. So, and Klimt is also an artist as well. So when it said like, paint a picture of shine, less of Sheila, more Klimt. Okay. So it's like, more of this artist, less of that. So that's a really like cool reference that they put in. And I honestly had to Google these artists because I don't know them, And then it goes on to be like, mistake the majors that call for my name, sing a song that is brighter, more applaud and to claim. Yeah, a lot of these words, I was just like, okay, I've never like even said these words in real life. So I really had to like, can you make sure that I say it right? Thankfully I did. One of my, okay. So like there was like the part of the song that I asked the lyricist to not change, which is the part that I made up, for the chorus. I was like, mushroom, 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 you make me feel a little funny inside. But honestly, like, it fits the meter because it's really easy to say and it flows well with the rhythm and the melody, right? That's the part that I actually made up, and that's kind of like the start. This was actually the start of the song. Like, I played a game once upon a time, like 1 year ago-ish, over a year ago. And I saw like mushrooms in this game, and I just kind of randomly sung like, you make me feel a little funny. And then it became like this entire song like a year later, so I think that's really funny. But yeah, I did ask my lyricist to keep that part in because even though it sounded childish, it really worked well with the eeriness, And so they wrote the second, is it called the second sentences afterwards? So it would be like, mushroom, 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 you make me feel a little funny inside. Mushroom, 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 twilight of dream and insanity, open my mind. So as you can see, it doesn't rhyme, but it works because they're just that good. And one of my favorite parts that was written for this song was actually the bridge. So the bridge, it goes like, take me away to a ceaseless honeymoon, lead me astray to your arms of a delightful doom. So this part, you can tell that basically, I guess you could say that we wanted to make the character sound like they were in love with the mushrooms, because a lot of the times when you're in love with something or someone, you're very blind to like a lot of the things that are, showing. Like you're very blind to like the red flags. So I think this is a really good symbol of mixing like love into like the blindness of love. So this part is really written beautifully in my opinion, like trading my ear with your symphony and your scenery with the sight of my eyes. So basically, I think this part means you're sacrificing something for something else. So you're trading, so I'm trading, my ear with the so in the Oh my fucking god, I can't speak. I'm so tired, guys. I'm sorry. I should have slept more. Oh my god, I was too busy like doing so many things. But I was basically saying that, like, you know, to sacrifice something, to gain something, you always have to sacrifice something, you know? So that's basically it. Especially the part that says, like, your scenery with the side of my eyes. So I would sacrifice my eyes just to see a really good scenery, like, one time, you know? So, but that's, like, a really great sacrifice, because then you don't really see other sceneries for, like, the rest of your life. And then it kind of, like, ties it up all together at the very end that says, like, for everything of splendor and height has a fall and a price, which is basically what I said. Like, when you want something, when you, like, obsess over something so much, you're so blind to it that you basically give everything to it, right? And I think, like, most of us can kind of relate to that to some, like, smaller scale. But in terms of, like, you know, mental health, which is kind of what this song is, like, about, because they're unwell, they end up, like, really, like, losing themselves in the process. And that's kind of, like, what I wanted to portray. So this song is not a love song, but I think Enden did a really good job of, like, because everybody can relate to love in some way, but they did a really good job using the concept of love to kind of, like, heighten the idea of being obsessed and blind to something that isn't good for you. So I think that's honestly genius on their part. And you know, and they continue to, like, they continue to sort of grasp at that concept towards the end, because it will say, like, things like, through good and bad, in sickness and health, in the name of our bond, I'll surrender myself. So if you actually, like, if you're not, like, familiar with wedding vows, like, they'll say things like, oh, you know, through good and bad, sickness and health, we'll always be with each other, you know? So I think, like, Enden really, like, borrowed that from weddings, which is, you know, another idea when it comes to, like, when you think about love. And that was very smart of them. And if you actually look at the second chorus, they even referenced it more, like, ever since a friend had thrown the bouquet, I have known that we're meant for a mutual fate. But, like, you know, at weddings when they throw the bouquet, and if you catch the bouquet, it means that you're the next person to get married. This was such a good, like, idea and concept to, like, tie in to, like, mental health awareness. I think it was just genius, okay? It was so good. Like, Enden, oh my god. Like, they're so good at writing lyrics. Like, I got goosebumps singing this. And honestly, at the lowest point of my mental health last year, because I was like, there was a lot going on, when I was, like, singing the bridge, I actually even cried. And I don't only cry when I sing because it's like I'm too busy focusing on, like, my pitch and my rhythm and just trying to sound decent. But, like, the bridge really got to me because it's like there's so many people in my life who have lost themselves because they've sacrificed so much of themselves to, like, I don't know, just, like, substance abuse, and, you know, or like an obsession over something, to, like, an obsession over a thought or something. It's crazy, yeah. So, like, that part in particular means a lot to me. And Enden really, really conveyed a lot of the feelings that I felt into perfect words. Because I'm not very good with words, but when I read the lyrics for this song, I was like, this is exactly what I wanted to say, but I could never say it. So I'm so glad that they wrote the lyrics, because I was about to write the lyrics. Yo, okay, speaking of writing lyrics, okay, I'm gonna show you guys a draft. Okay, Keiki and I changed this song so many times. I even, like, at one point, I even re-sung the entire song because I didn't like the way that I sounded in the song. But I'm gonna show you guys, okay? I'm gonna show you guys. Let me turn off the BGM first. Okay, you guys don't hear BGM, right? Okay, so I want to show you guys Keiki and I's, like, entire music process, okay? So make sure you listen. I think it's so funny now that I look back on it. I'm like, damn, this is so bad. Well, not bad, but it's just like, it's so weird. Okay, so this is from Keiki, okay? Keiki originally, like I said, I originally just sang like mushroom, mushroom, mushroom. You make me feel a little funny inside. You know, for fun because of a game. And then Keiki, like I don't know, he has no hobby or something. He would like he took that and he made an instrumental track for it, and then he made a clip about it. And that's how I kind of like found him, and I was like, "What's wrong with this dude? This dude actually made it into an actual song." And then I was like, "Damn, I kind of want to like hit them up and like ask them if they want to make it into an actual song." So yeah, this is like actually the OG Mushroom song, which is a lot happier because you know this wasn't about like mental health or anything. This was just like Enna Alouette singing about mushrooms, and this guy who just fucking made an instrumental for it. Like it's so happy. So that was the OG, you know, it's so happy. Because there wasn't any meaning to this, it was just like for fun, right? And then when I hit up Keiki, I was like, yo, do you want to make this into a real song? And Keiki was like, yeah, of course. First of all, I thought this guy was a fucking AI because they had like literally nothing on their YouTube channel. It was just like a couple of videos. And then when I went on their Twitter, they barely used it. I was like, is this guy even real? But I hit them up anyways. And I was just like, yeah, do you want to try making this into an actual song? And then he was like, yeah. But, you know, like I said yesterday, like, it's really, really hard, personally, for me to make a song if there's not much meaning behind it. Like, the meaning could be really, like, dumb. Like, for example, Roll That Dough was just because I was hungry and I like burritos. But that was the meaning behind it. And I wanted to make it, like, funny, right? And quirky and witty. And then for Wish of the Songbird, the meaning was, you know, it was written for my lore. Birds of Time... we wrote this because I was feeling so homesick because I haven't like seen my father in like 3 years because of the pandemic. So every song that's produced, there's always some sort of meaning behind it. So at first it was a little bit hard to really like write anything about it because this was just some random thing that I sung, and some random dude just like made the instrumental, and we didn't really have much direction with it. And then I realized, I was like, damn, well, during that time, I was like living with people who were like kind of cuckoo. I can't really go too much into it, but basically, like, something kind of happened to me in real life. And then I was like, wow, love this, love trauma. So then I was kind of like, well, I mean, it kind of works at the same time because, like, you know, people take, like, mushrooms, I guess, like, as like, a terrible substance. So I was kind of, like, tying all of that together. I was like, well, you know, might as well make a song about, like, cuckoo people. So let's do it. And then it kind of just, like, throughout the year, it was just very difficult because, you know, I was, like, mentally not super well last year. I'm sure a lot of you guys can tell, like, this year I'm a lot like some of you guys are even joking like, oh my god, Anna, you actually sound happy. I'm like, yeah, low-key, it's true though. But yeah, at the lowest I was just like thinking maybe I could use this low feeling to make something meaningful. And then I was thinking maybe we could even like start up a charity, and that's kind of like how we got from silly mushroom song to like more serious heavy song, and then it just got heavier and heavier. So this was the OG, and then okay, so you know how I told you guys that I was about to write the lyrics myself? So okay, these are the lyrics that I wrote, okay? Don't make fun of me, okay? I tried my hardest, and honestly, I don't know how to make lyrics, but the lyrics that I made were so grim. They're so like depressing. I don't know what the fuck I was writing, but here you go. Also, you can tell the actual song. So once the actual song premieres, you guys will be able to compare. But these versions of the song are super different from like the actual song that's done today.
Mushroom, mushroom, mushroom,
You make me feel a little funny inside. Mushroom, mushroom, mushroom. La 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 la. As you can tell, some of the parts I didn't even write. I just said la la la. Mushroom, mushroom, mushroom. Oh, how you make me feel happy inside. In a life that lacks of kindness, I only wonder how one would, wonder how I could live in a world without you. Mushroom, mushroom, mushroom. You make me feel a little funny inside. La 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 la. Cries of agony will fill the skies, and yet the children waltz on with blind eyes. With every passing moment, a lie is the whisper I hear every night. Okay, so as you can see, there's not much structure to it, and a lot of the, like, there are some places where I didn't even write the lyrics to, so I just said la la la. I don't know what the fuck I wrote anyways. But yeah, it sounds so different. Like, I actually had that little part, like, dun 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 dun, like as the verses, and for some reason, like the actual melody sounded good, but I was like, it doesn't quite fit in the first verse. It's a little bit too like exciting, so it ended up being a part of the chorus later on. But yeah, it was that was kind of like one of the first drafts, and it's so different. You can even tell the BPM of the actual song is a lot slower. The actual song today is like slightly faster. But like it was so slow when we first started. Like low-key, Keiki and I sound like we were high or something. We were just like doom, doom, doom. Now that I listen to this, I'm like, damn, what the fuck? It's so slow. Like imagine we went through with this, it would have been like a 10-minute song. Actually, Keiki told me yesterday, he was like, yeah, if we went through with this, it would have been 10 minutes. I was like, damn, okay. So yeah. So this was the bridge part. I think this was on. So I think, yeah, okay, so this is the bridge part that Keiki drafted, and I think it was one of the beginning drafts. It didn't end up being used in the actual song today, but I just want you guys to hear it, so then when you hear the actual song, you'll be like, what the fuck, this sounds so different. The bridges. So that was kind of the bridge that was first drafted up by Keiki, and it's like for those of you who haven't heard the full song, it's completely different. And when you know, I'm glad that we went with the one that we went with, because this one's awesome too. But I think if we ended up going with this one, the song would have been like 10 times more depressing. Because I remember telling Keiki, like, for the bridge, I really wanted it to sound almost like hopeful, you know? Because there comes like a little section when people go crazy, you know, I mean, I'm sure like we all can relate to this to a smaller scale probably, but there's always going to be like this brief moment where you're like, damn, I think I need help. That's how, like it's totally totally like relatable. Like I know this because I live with my mother who had really really severe mental illness. And there were just these really brief moments where she said she would, because most of the time she would have episodes, she'd be like, no, I don't want help, leave me alone, blah blah blah, you know, I don't want to see doctors, I don't want to do this, you guys are just trying to like, you know, convince me because you're trying to brainwash me, you know, like everybody is her enemy. But there's always like these brief moments where it's like, I don't know what to do, I don't think I'm being myself. So I really really wanted that the bridge to convey that part. And I don't see that as a negative thing, you know, when people ask for help. It's almost like it's almost like it's almost like you're kind of like back, but you're struggling to be back fully because there's something that's always pulling you back into the dark, right? And you're just trying to like escape it, but it's really hard to do that. So I wanted like for the bridge especially to sound hopeful, but at the same time, because of like always getting pulled back into the darkness, it's almost like bittersweet. But yeah, for this bridge, it was so depressing. Low key, if we went with this bridge, it would have sounded like the character died. We would have been like, well, she's dead. Like, I don't know, how are we gonna end up, how are we gonna end the song? Like, okay, she died, woo! And no, like, I didn't want at all for the ending to be like, oh shit, this person died, okay? I just wanted to be almost like, sort of like a limbo. Like, this entire song is a limbo. And you can end it whenever you want, you know? But that's why, purposely, the beginning of the song and the end of the song have the same structure. Because if you play it again, it's almost like a loop. So that's what I wanted. Because, like, that is what insanity is in some sort of way. It's just like you going around and around and around, nothing really changing. And then it only really changes when you kind of, like, move on. So in my head, I'm like, if you stop playing the song, that's when you've moved on. So, you know, something like that. But yeah, I'm glad we didn't go with this one because as much as it is super fucking gorgeous, it would have made it sounded like we killed off our character, which I think would have been so funny, but also so depressing. Also not the point of this whole idea that I wanted to, like, make people understand. So yeah. Okay, so what is this one? The next one is like... Let's play this. I think, okay, so this one is actually a lot closer to the original. Yeah, this one is the one that we actually like stuck with, and you can tell it's very different. You can still tell it's very different because there's a lot more bass in this one, so it sounds like we're already like what's it called? We're already deep in. So like the actual one is very similar to this, but it's a lot less like intimidating in the beginning, at least, because, you know, when you first enter a forest, you don't just enter like a huge one. You kind of go through a little bit of a path, right? So it's something like that. Yeah, the build up. Oh my god, I'm really excited to show you guys this. Also, I have like a little message from Keiki after I show you guys this too. And I'm gonna be talking a lot. He's very shy, so like, you know, he doesn't like attention, but I'm sorry, dude. I'm gonna simp over you a little bit. Okay. Oh my god, why? I like how some of these don't play on Windows Media Player. Hello? Okay, so this was an alternate mushroom intro that he wrote. So this was like, I don't think we used this one, I think. Maybe we used a little bit of it, but it's pretty different. Okay, so as you can see, we actually scratched the first part of it. It was very ambient and very, very dark and very mysterious. And it was really, it's produced super fucking well. At the same time, it was like over a minute. And I'm not gonna lie, strategically, it wouldn't have been a good idea to have like an over a minute super slow introduction, because the visuals would have had to been like cinematic. Like we would have to do like frame by frame animation to keep people's attention in, and that's just like strategically not a good idea, you know? And also in order to like build up to like a dark, intimidating sort of aura, because it was already like this intro had already sounded very intimidating. I think it would have been harder to build up to like something that was like gonna top this. And also, again, like it was like over a minute, but like super duper fucking amazing. Like if I were watching a movie, this sort of like introduction would have been like perfect. But just like strategic wise, we were just like, yeah, I think we have to cut it down. And I think it was actually our lyricist who also said like, yeah, try to not make the intro too long, because people, as much as you guys will think this is cool, like when you actually listen to a song, like people's attention spans nowadays, they just don't pay attention, no? So, yeah. But damn, it's so fucking different, and you guys can like really tell. But yeah, like I just wanted you guys to see like how much effort Keiki put into like just the intro alone, but like every part of the song. Like there were so many changes. Like looking back on it, I'm surprised that it sounded so different, because it was like throughout the entire year, so I low-key even don't remember. But we were doing some digging last night, and we're just like, damn, we actually made it sound like this first and that. Oh my god. So yeah, it's quite different. I think it's really funny. Yeah, okay, so on my part, I actually struggled so much with the harmonies. And yeah, I mean, like I do harmonies all the time, so I don't really usually struggle. But especially for like the pre-chorus where it goes like, magical mushroom, show me your world, feed me your love in succession. Still there is room, my belly is curled. Oh, how I'm hungry for heaven. You know, for that part, there's a lot of key changes. Very quick key changes. So like, magical mushroom, show me your world, feed me your love in succession. Key change. Still there is room, my belly is curled. You know, it's like very confusing. So whenever there's a key change, especially a very like abrupt one, that's when my harmonies get like really messed up. So I just want to show you guys, like, you know, you guys are always be like, oh my god, Enna, you're so good at this and that. I'm telling you guys how much I struggled in like making harmonies, making up the ad-libs, how much I'm always like so much more that I have to learn myself. So that's why I want you guys to know how imperfect I am. So that you guys understand how much you have to put into something to make it sound decent. Okay, or like look decent. Okay, so this is me not understanding harmonies 1.
Feeding the light, magical mushroom, don't be concerned, though our affair is no secret. Rumors will bloom, though stones stay unturned. People they know but don't see it.
But you can tell like there's a little bit of a you know, and I felt that too, but I just didn't know what key was correct. I was so confused. And then this was me not understanding harmonies part 2.
Magical mushroom, don't be concerned, though our affair is no secret. Rumors will bloom, though stones stay unturned. People they know but don't see it.
So the problem was that I was actually quite close, but because I was quite close, I didn't know why it still sounded off. And Keiki really helped me specifically in this part. He was like, oh yeah, because I think he knows more about like music theory, like at least he knows like piano chords and stuff. So he was like, yeah, you gotta do like a D major here. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck that means. But when he like played it, I was like, oh, now it makes sense. So I actually learned so much. And the correct harmony, well, the correct, quote unquote, correct harmony, because it sounded better, was more like this. I'm gonna have to like open my program because I don't have like it rendered. But like, wait, I think it was like,
Mushroom
nope, sorry, wrong.
mist
Nope, is it here?
still
Oh, here.
show me
Sorry, it sounds so creepy when it's just like the vocals.
magical mushroom. Show me your world. Feed me your love in succession.
So there's a key change here.
Still there is room. My belly is curled. Oh, how I'm hungry for heaven.
So as you can see, there's a lot of like going up and down, and it was very confusing. But in the end, with the help of Keiki's geniusness, we figured it out, and it sounded so freaking good. And it's a little bit creepy if you just play it. Okay, so for me, I made most of the melody, but I struggled a lot during the bridge. But this was the first draft of the bridge melody because the bridge had a lot of like key changes as well. And you know, I usually write pretty straightforward melody, which works, but like for key changes, it's something that I've recently been learning how to do. And I think I'm honestly getting better at it because I'm actually making another original and there's a lot of key changes. And yeah, I'm getting very used to the idea of it now. But when I was working on this song, I was kind of new to like writing melodies that had key changes. And so this was the first draft of the bridge melody. Okay, well, you know, I think I just kind of, I didn't really like render the whole thing, but yeah, like it was like, it's pretty different. Like it sounds okay, but there were some things missing. And so basically I sent that to Keiki, and Keiki kind of just like probably changed a note or two, and it sounded a lot better. And that kind of became the bridge. So like, but again, like I was very confused on the flow of the melody because it sounds good, but it wasn't quite there. And just Keiki really helped me like kind of like polish it up a bit. So thank you, my bro. Like seriously, you are MVP. For real, for real. Yeah. And you know, when I'm making melody, I don't really have lyrics, so I just kind of go like la 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 la. Yeah. And then, okay, so on my part in particular, I'm really, really, really proud of the, I don't know what to call it. You could call it ad-libs, or you could call it harmonies, or you could call it like background vocals. But on top of like top lining, which is like the melody, like the main melody of the song, I worked on like a second melody, I guess you could say, like that was being sung by quote unquote the mushroom characters. So we have like Enna, the mushroom character, like obviously singing the main melody, which is like mushroom, mushroom, mushroom. But then like I wanted the mushroom characters to also sing, sort of like be symbolized in the song as well. Because, you know, if you think about like insanity or mental health, you have a lot of things going on in your head, you know? That's what it seemed, you know? At least from the outside, that's what it seemed, you know? And I'm sure like we can relate to it on a smaller scale once again. But yeah, I was thinking like it would make sense to kind of incorporate the mushroom characters somehow into the song as well to make everything sound messy. But not messy, but not so messy that it doesn't sound good musically, but just like a lot of things going on. So this was kind of like the first concept of like the third chorus. So this is kind of leading up to the third chorus, and I was like, I wanted to go kind of like all out here.
Oh, mushroom, 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 mushroom.
Okay, so that was kind of like the very first draft, right? I was like, yeah, I definitely want to go something like mushroom, mushroom, mushroom. And then, like, as we worked on it, I don't know what the fuck happened, but like, I was like, oh my god, I have another melody idea that I want to incorporate. Also, just letting you guys know, this might get a little loud because this is like the raw files. But basically, I added like these little melodies on top of it that were like kind of supposed to be symbolized by the mushroom characters themselves. And it ended up sounded like, wait, hold on. Okay, so it was like this. That's why it sounds so fucking weird. It's like la la. I think it's so fun to sing this part.
Mushroom, mushroom, mushroom.
Okay, I'll take this off.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Wonder, la 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 la, hunger for together. La 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 la.
And actually, this isn't even like the final thing. There's actually more in the end. It's like, I don't know. I added more, but I don't know where the files went. It's not like here. But yeah, so basically, if you add it on top of like what you heard earlier, so because of that was the first draft. And so like, oh my god, it ended up being like at least like fucking 20 tracks, which I have to like unarm. So it ended up sounding like this.
Oh mushroom, 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 oh mushroom.
And I'm just gonna say the third chorus for you guys to like listen in the original. But like, yeah, there's kind of like a lot of melodies going on. I don't know what to call it. I called it ad-libs, but it wasn't really an ad-lib. It was just kind of like melody on top of melody on top of melody, and then like harmonizing to the melodies. And yeah, like actually towards the end where the mushrooms go like la, how did I sing it? La 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 la. So actually in the second chorus we did something similar but not as crazy. It went more straightforward because it wasn't as like, this is the second chorus, so we wanted the build up for the third chorus to be even higher, so it was like this for the second chorus.
La 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 la. 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 La 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 la.
So that's so much more straightforward, right? And then even if you listen to the first chorus afterwards when it's premiered, we didn't even have that part. We didn't even have what we had in the second chorus in the first chorus, because in the first chorus, like, she's a little bit like, she's not crazy yet. And then in the second chorus, you get a little crazy, and on the third chorus, you're like, gone, girl. So it's kind of more like that. That's kind of my style. A lot of songs and covers, actually, like a lot of covers that I do have the same structure, which is like, first chorus, maybe one harmony. Second chorus, maybe add 2 harmonies. And then third chorus, like, go all out, girl. Like, that's how I do things. I usually do that. So I, use that method again for this song. And it was so much fun. Like, I had the most fun working on the bridge and the third chorus because I love making vocal arrangement. I really like singing the main melody, obviously. But I also really like finding harmonies, finding like dissonance, finding like ways to kind of like amp up the melody, I'm like my best backup singer. Like, I never like to make artificial harmonies because it takes away the fun of making harmonies. Because if you just make artificial harmonies, like, you make the most basic of basic harmonies. But if you sing your own harmonies, you can like really play around with things. And you get very like, your pitch gets better because you're singing all these weird notes. So, and you're able to sing through dissonance too. Singing through dissonance is really hard. And if you don't know what dissonance is, it basically is like 2 notes that clash, but for some reason it might work. So if you play like a C and a D on a piano, technically it doesn't sound good. But in like, if it's arranged properly in songs, it could potentially sound good. And this is why I love music, There's no rules in music. I mean, there's definitely things that makes music sound good and sound bad. But the thing is, there's technically no rules. Like, you could do anything, and if it sounds good, then you've done it. So that's why I love, like, the freedom of music. You could just do so much with it. And, it's really hard to sing like a note that technically clashes with another note in a song. But if you practice and if you like sing harmonies and make up your own vocal arrangements, personally for me, you get used to it. This song had a little bit of dissonance. Actually, no, it had a lot of dissonance. But another song that had even more dissonance is actually Ethyria, the song that I wrote for our first year anniversary. Especially the last part, like, I don't know, man. Let me play it. I can't remember my own songs, guys. I'm tired. Is it this one? I like how I'm like, oh yeah, we wrote this song. Is it this one? Okay, I'll play this. Hold on. So like, if you listen to like Ethyria. There's a little bit of dissonance there, I believe. Okay, so if you sing like a note that clashes with like, it still works, even though it's not supposed to kind of. So that's a note that technically clashes with the other notes, but because of the arrangement of everything, it works. So I hope you guys understand what I mean by dissonance. So there's also dissonance in the last word as well. Like the like singing through dissonance can be really confusing, but if you practice a lot and you kind of make up your own harmonies, it gets super easy. Okay, not super easy, I still mess up here and there, but like it gets a lot more fun. So always sing your own harmonies, guys. Stop using the fucking Melodyne to like, you know, make artificial harmony. I know everybody's lazy, but like if you really want to make things sound good, you gotta sing it yourself, okay? Just saying. That's all. Okay. Harmony is fun. Yeah, I also just really like harmony. So for the bridge, I'm not gonna show you guys what I sang for the main, but I'll show you guys what I sang at the back.
Ceaseless honeymoon, hearts of delightful doom, trading my hair with your symphony, your scenery, with the sight of my eyes, for everything is splendor and height has a fall.
Oh my god. So also, by the way, like again, I always say this, but like my falsetto is really weak, so I'm really not good at falsettoing high notes. Like yeah, I can hit it, but it's not strong like my chest voice. But I think like, you know, because this song has a really heavy topic, it kind of works with sounding a little weak because it's not in my comfort zone, so it sounds like I'm struggling. And low-key, that kind of works with the song because this entire song is about struggling. So I was like, you know what? Even if I am not reaching the note the way that I wanted to, like strongly and confidently, it low-key kind of works with the story. So I'm just gonna like, I'm just gonna let it fall through. But low-key, like I kind of wish I could like sing it better, but yeah. Okay, so my lyricist finally wrote something. So this is what Enden Swansong wants to say to all of you guys. Okay, see, like even I'm reading it, I'm just kind of like skimming it, and it already sounds way better than this entire stream of me just talking and trying to stay awake. So they would like to say, the human brain does not seek truth but pleasure. We may understand love to be the pinnacle of all emotions, yet we mistake naivete or compassion, intensity for profundity until... Is it profundity? I'm sorry, man. I don't know how to, like, speak English. Until love becomes a euphemism for passion. You're really just trying to test my English language. The song Mushroom draws a parallel between the latter phenomenon and the addiction. It is the story of one who marries their life to the thrill of instant gratification. So yeah, I'm just saying thank you. It's so beautifully written, right? What's the paragraph so I can translate it? Oh yeah, of course. I'll do that like afterwards. You suck, ha ha ha. Well, you know, I am a normal, commoner person who lives in society, so we don't really use like, you know, all these big words. But yeah, I'm going to like post this afterwards, after the stream. So you guys, actually, maybe I'll like make a Google Doc of like everybody's comments, like the team's comments. I think that would be fun. But yeah, after the stream though, I think I might just rest because I'm really tired. Like I stayed up till like 5 a.m. I know I said good night at like 2 a.m., but I actually stayed up to like do other things. So I'm running on like 2 hours of sleep. But yeah, thank you so much for writing these beautiful words that I butchered. Enden Swansong. You're welcome. Yeah. Also, I'm gonna read what Keiki wanted to write too. Okay, 1 second. Hopefully it's not as difficult. Okay. Yeah, this one's more casual. Okay, Keiki just wanted to say, okay, and also I just want you guys to know Keiki's a really shy person, so it took a lot for him to write this, okay? I was like, last night I was like, oh yeah, I can just write something chill, and I didn't even get it until this morning, so I'm like, damn, how long did it take for you to write this? And they're like, this took me so long to write. Like, everybody is so excited for this project that I think is really endearing how much they even just want to like write something really meaningful, even though I've just been like, oh yeah, just write something casual, like, hey guys, hope you enjoy the song, you know? But like everybody's just putting in so much effort. I think it's so funny. And yeah. Okay, so message from Keiki. Hello everyone, Keiki here. After a lot of hard work from the whole team, the real Mushroom song is finally out. This has been long in the works, way before Ethyria, the song, was even made actually, so finally seeing it out now feels unreal. I was told to give a little message for this behind the scenes, so here's a little tidbit. In the composition of this song, I wanted to give the vibes of an adventure slowly spiraling out of control. I added in more aggressive elements over the course of the song, like the percussion gets wilder, the strings get louder, more instruments join in, things like that. So the final chorus sounds pretty different compared to the first chorus. Anyways, I hope everyone enjoys the song as much as I did making it. This song honestly holds a special place in my heart for various reasons, so I'm very happy that we're finally able to share this with everyone. Please give your support to the whole team because everyone did a fantastic job, and I hope the song and its theme can resonate with a lot of you. Aww, so nice. They wrote it so well. Good job, Keiki. You did it. Woo! They're probably asleep right now. But yeah, let's go. And Enden Swansong. Yours was so sweet and so like short. I was thinking like, oh my god, is my lyricist gonna be writing like 2 pages? But it ended up just being like a paragraph, but just written really fucking well. Okay, guys, maybe I should write something too. I hope you enjoy the song, guys. Worked really hard on it. Everything that I want to say has been put into this song. That's it. I don't know how to say things. That's why I write songs. You know? I don't know how to say I love you, so I put it in a song. And I don't know how to say that, like, mental health is scary, so I put it in a song. So it's the same thing. This song has literally my entire soul in it, so I hope you guys enjoy it. That's all. That's all I want to say. Ugh. Also, just because I feel like I didn't appreciate Keiki enough, thank you, Keiki, so much for being my partner in this project. Not only, you know, actually, obviously the result is something that I'm really excited and looking forward for you guys to hear and listen and watch it. But, throughout this entire process, I even made, like, I feel like I made friends, you know? Like, I spent so much time, you know, going back and forth, making music and just, like, sharing and talking about music with Keiki. I feel like I can confidently call them, like, a really good friend now. And it was just some random dude. I was just, like, low-key thought he was, like, a robot or something. And now we're always sending each other, like, Idol Master music. And you guys will know why soon, okay? Yeah, we've been like sending each other idol master music and be like, oh my god, if you listen to this, like this part, I was like, oh my god, I didn't know they had like, I didn't know idol master music could be this complex. And Kate would be like, oh my god, yeah, if you like this person, then you should listen to this person. I'm just like, okay. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm tired of listening to music, I'm gonna go now. Yeah, so like above all, I think like the most fun was actually working with everyone, like not just with Keiki, but like even with the illustrator. I'll be like, ha ha ha, like, oh my god, she looks like she's losing it, ha ha. And then with Phin, I'll be like, yeah, we could put like mushrooms here and there, like I want the mushrooms to bounce, and it's just like, and in between, we wouldn't always just talk about the project. We'd be like, hey, how's life? Like, what are you doing? And like, oh my god, I have like this exam that I have to do. And I'm like, oh my god, like how the fuck are you juggling this with an exam? Like, what? And it's just really nice to get to know my team members. And it's really fun. Like, apart from the actual project itself, I feel like I got to know the people that I work with, especially given the time that it took to make this project. I spent quite a good amount of time getting to know like what was happening in their life. Wait, hold on. Let me message my lyricist real quick. Yeah, but yeah, like everybody that I know was going through like big life events. Okay, so I asked my lyricist for permission. So, okay, so you know how I said that it was really genius of Enden to like tie the concept of love into like, addiction in the specifically in the lyrics of the song. And I thought it was really, really heartwarming because during this time, Enden Swansong was actually proposed to, and they're going to be getting married in the near future. And that's why I say that this song holds so much, not just for me, and not just like, this song isn't all negativity. There's so much to this song by each and every single person on our team. And yeah, it's just wonderful. Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, it's not for me. Thank you so much for Enden Swansong. I'm not the one getting married. So yeah, it's really amazing. I really, really feel happy. And they're a really good friend of mine. So, they're really, really, really good friend of mine. Like I've been friends with them for years, and this has been like such one of the best news to hear. Throughout the year of making this song, and the fact that they kind of like incorporated a little bit of like wedding ideas into the lyrics, like the bouquet and the mutual fate and stuff like that. I will never not remember that during the making of this song, someone on my team, especially someone who is a close friend of mine, has will be getting married. Well, yeah, that's so cool. I know, it's awesome. Yeah, I'm really happy for them. And I don't know if they're listening right now, but everybody here is saying congratulations. So we're all blessing you with like the most successful marriage or wedding, because weddings are very stressful. I watched like I watched like this show where like people try on wedding dresses, and it's very stressful. Like their moms will be like, no, that makes you look fat, and it gets some weird drama. But I pray that this wedding is not too stressful. And yeah, so yeah, this song holds a lot of value to me personally, and I'm sure it holds a lot of like value and memories to like all the other team members as well. And I hope you guys don't see this as just a song about like some girl losing herself. It's a lot more than that, which is why I wanted to have like a charity, specifically mental health charity attached to it. I think it's really, really important that we try to understand people. I know it's very hard coming from somebody who's even lived with like a person who had like really bad mental illness. It's extremely hard to like not be angry, not be upset, not be negatively affected by them. And I would even go as far to say you will probably not feel like you will probably not be upset at them, you know? It's a guarantee that when your loved ones, your friends and or family, when they if they are unfortunately the victim of like a mental illness, you will definitely get negatively affected and it will probably affect you not goodly. But that's why I think it's so important to understand that this is an illness, you know, and it comes in all shapes and forms, you know. It can be different for everyone. It could be called the same name, but it could be expressed very differently because people are very different in general. So I think it's just really important that like at the end of the day, after we've kind of like come to some sort of acceptance that we're not the ones that like are super duper mentally ill, you know, like in my case, I'm okay for the most part, is what I mean. I think it's up to us to sort of like bring awareness so that there isn't so much of a stigma on like mental health, you know. Like we all have a little bit of it, and you know, it makes sense because we want to put ourselves in safety first. But at the same time, it's important not to like judge too quickly, especially if they haven't really done anything. And we just have to understand that like sometimes things that you can't see are really, really hard to like understand and give empathy for, but that's why it's even more important to do so. And it's very hard to do so, okay? So yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy the song that's going to be premiering tonight at 12 a.m. EST, okay, August 18th. And yeah, like don't worry if you can't donate because I know some of you guys don't have the finances to do so. Just watching the song actually helps a lot and will generate some sort of income, I believe, because it's monetized. And everything that's every cent that's being made by the video itself, I believe, is going to go directly to the charity that's linked. And then at the same time, because I'm Canadian, I wanted to donate to a Canadian mental health charity organization as well. But I'm going to be doing that manually because I can't like... I couldn't connect the video to a Canadian charity because the charities that were listed were all American, which is fine. So I'm just going to do that with all the supas and donos from this stream. We'll go to like a Canadian charity. And then I think like there was another charity or organization. It's not a charity, but it was like an organization to help young adults and teens who are struggling with mental health and substance abuse. Like I wanted to like donate to that charity or organization as well. The only problem was I couldn't find where to donate, so I think I might have to call them and be like, "Hi, I want to give you guys money, but I don't know how. Can you please help me?" So I'm gonna have to figure that one out too. That one I also wanted to like donate to because one of my friends like sibling got into that program and it really helped them. So I feel like in that relation, I also want to kind of like give back. I know it's a little bit of a stretch. It's like my friend's sibling, but you know that's how you know that like mental illness is everywhere. Like my mom had mental illness. You know, my friend's sibling has mental illness. Like your friends probably have mental illness too. You know, to varying degrees. Like yeah, literally it's everywhere, and I feel like yeah, I feel like we don't really realize how often it appears until it's honestly too late. So yeah, we all have a little bit of mental illness, let's be honest. But like for the most part, I think most of us here are probably okay. And then there's people who really, really have spiraled down. So yeah. And remember everybody, make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Okay, it's really important to make sure that you're healthy physically, mentally, emotionally. Okay, like don't think that like pushing yourselves to do something won't really affect you just because you're getting enough rest, like physically. If you're constantly making yourself sad or depressed or stressed, it can definitely affect you in the long term. So, don't undermine that sort of thing. Make sure you always take care of yourselves because, like, if you don't take care of yourselves, you won't be able to take care of anybody else around you, and in turn, like, you'll be stressing out the people around you too. Not to make you guys sound like a burden, but like, I'm a dog. I'm an only child between my parents, with a mother who has not been able to really function in society normally for like the longest time. So, it's a burden that I'll always have, that I will never ever not think about not having, because I love my mom so much. I would never like leave her or anything, but it is very hard to deal with even today. And it's a lot better today, so it was a lot worse like a couple years back, but it's something that won't go away. And I already know that, so that's why I say, like, make sure you take care of yourselves, because you know, I like to say that my mom's pretty lucky, because, like, I still am around in her life and I will 100% always be there for her. But not everybody can have somebody like that beside them. So make sure that you take care and make sure that you're healthy and happy, so that the people around you can also be healthy and happy, or at least try your best. And then when you are in a place where you're low mentally, emotionally, or physically, make sure you ask for help. It's very important. I think one of the biggest obstacles for me between my mom and I was that she was not accepting my help or anybody's help for the longest time. And it wasn't until she was like super duper, like, really bad, that like bad to the point where like other people would have to sign consent forms for her because she wasn't like sane enough to do so herself. So that sort of bad. So it wasn't until at that point where she started to get a little better, but that low key took like half my life. So yeah, it was a long time. So yeah, just make sure you don't undermine yourself. Okay, it's really really important that, like, the life that you live at least trying to be like healthy and happy for the most part. Okay, very important. And this is kind of what this charity is all about. Okay, you could. I know there were probably like some people in the pre-chats that were worried about like the organization, like specific organizations. Which is why I also tweeted a thread on Twitter or X, I don't know, so that a lot of you guys can give suggestions on your own country's charities. And, once I compile them into a document, you guys can, choose to donate to like any of these charities. You can research it yourself or something. You don't necessarily have to donate to the one that I linked to. But yeah, there's a lot of options. I'll be giving you guys a lot more options so that you can like check it out yourselves. So, okay, so don't feel inclined to just help the one that's like being pinned in the chat. You can definitely help like other countries or your own, or a favorite charity of your own, or the Canadian one. But yeah, this is kind of like the point of it. So I'm not able to kind of do like a charity stream, for 24 hours, but because I would die. But this is kind of my way of giving back. Music has always been, I would like to say music probably is the thing that saved my life. Because if I didn't have it, I'm pretty sure I would have been pretty close to where my mom is. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm so lucky to have this platform where I can, have the finances to like hire all these amazing people And also at the same time, those people becoming my friends and are my friends. And I'm really lucky that I can finally be in a position in my life where I can actually like give back without, you know, taking away like too much from myself that I can't like budget, you know, and stuff like that. Because if I wanted to do this sort of thing before, I wouldn't have enough money to do so. But now I can do it. So I'm happy. That's great. So yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I don't know what the fuck I said. I'm gonna be honest. I'm tired. I'm sorry, guys. I'm very bad with words, as you can tell. I'm bad with words, but that's why you need to listen to our music, okay? Listen to my music and you'll probably understand what I'm trying to say. Oh my gosh, you know what I also want to do? I'm still researching, but I wanted to specifically also like donate to a indigenous Canadian mental health charity. I'm still looking and researching because there aren't too many, but I wanted to specifically because I'm Canadian, right? I am Canadian. I grew up in Canada. And I've read and learned about the history of Canada, and you know, it's not all like sunshine and rainbows. But that's why I think it's important to not look away from stuff like this. Also, if there are any Canadians in chat who know of like indigenous mental health organizations, please link it to me in the Twitter thread that I posted yesterday. It would really help a lot because I would really specifically also like to like donate to that charity, like that sort of organization as well. So yeah, please, thank you, help me, guys. I'm really dumb. Okay, thank you. Okay, I think. Okay, actually, one more person I want to check. I want to like simp over. Boop. That's right. It's our wonderful favorite community mixer, VESEN. VESEN, honestly, I always go to them for everything, you know. Like VESEN at the same time he was mixing this song, he was also mixing my duet with Taka, you know. I was like, oh my god, my other mixer can't do this. Can you also mix this? Also, VESEN MVP, obviously. Every single fucking cover and original song, not just from me, but just from every single like person in this community. You can see it's all mixed by VESEN, the best mixer that I know. Yeah, honestly. So yeah, thank you so much, VESEN, for. And I'm gonna be honest, guys. There were so many files. Okay, there was like so many files. Okay, so it was not a lot of work. It was there were so much things, and not only that, but like he also had to like coordinate it with the instrumental, and then Keiki and VESEN would go back and forth because like Keiki wanted to mix his own instrumental. And then I asked VESEN to mix my vocals into the instrumental, so there was a lot of like coordinating, and in the end, like Jesus, I can't wait for you guys to hear the panning and the fucking layering of everything. You can just hear it. It's so crispy, it's so beautiful, and it's all because of VESEN. So thank you so much. I will never not ask you to mix anything. So please always accept me, even if I have fucking 20 files. Please, I promise. In the future there will probably be less files. I promise. I think I half promise. So yeah, that's my entire team. Thank you so much again, Enden Swansong, for the lyrics, Phin for the animation and for some of the illustrations as well, VESEN for the mix, Maegae for the art, and of course Keiki for the wonderful produced instrumental and arrangement, and for being my music partner in all this. So that's my team, guys. Please make sure you check them out. I'm gonna leave all their credits in the description. Also, the credits are already in the description for the premiere waiting video, so you can go there as well. Oh my chat just died. But yeah, that's my team. I'm really excited that I got to show you guys today. So I'm gonna move to Zatudan. Boop. Hello? Okay. I hope hope you guys found that interesting. I think it's very interesting to simp over, you know, my team and just show you guys what everybody, like, show you guys a part of the soul that everybody put into, you know? I don't know what the fuck that I just said. I don't know. What did I just say? Anyways, this was a lot of work. I'm tired. They're all tired. We're all glad it's over. We're all happy. So, you better be there for the premiere, okay? Jesus. I need to pee. Okay, I'm gonna go pee and I'll come back and read super chats. Okay. Okay, so just to kind of like remind you guys, I think it should be tallied up by the end of this month. It might go into September. But basically, all the supas and the donos that are donated here in this stream will be going to a Canadian charity. And I'm gonna do that manually. I'm just gonna like, you know, manually do it. I don't know how else to explain it, but yeah. Yeah! So thank you to each and every single one of you guys who have donated. You guys are doing it for a great cause, and I super duper appreciate it. And yeah, I think this is something I've always wanted to do, so I'm really happy. And it's amazing that like the video itself. Wait, let me check. So the video itself, it hasn't even like premiered yet. Oh, sorry. It hasn't even like premiered yet, but we have already raised 1.k. And I think that's USD. So in Canadian dollars, that's like 3,000, okay? So, oh my god, that's so cool. And we haven't even premiered the song. So like, yeah. That's crazy. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. To do this thing more often. Happy Canadian noises, yeah. I'm so excited, guys. I'm so nervous too. I'm glad that I did this stream before the premiere, because I think if I had to do it after the premiere, I low-key would be too emotional. I'd be like, oh my god. Once upon a time, mental health is so tied in my life. I feel like it's a curse, but like that's why I need to like do stuff like this, you know. And I don't want to like end up being emotional. Be like, my mom had mental illness and it was so hard. It was so hard. Every day was like a living nightmare, but low-key not true. There were some days that were fine. I don't like doing that, you know. I think it's weird. Just from me. Funny. Okay. Talking about this before the release will definitely let us appreciate the song more. Yeah, I want you guys to also like keep your eyes peeled for like all the details that I mentioned today. Yeah. So excited! I was talking to Keiki. I was like, I'm so nervous. Keiki was like, yeah, I'm nervous too. Like, I don't really get nervous with like my songs or like covers coming out, because it's just me singing, you know. I don't care about that. But this one I think is because I put in so much emotion. I was like, oh my god, I'm kind of nervous. I feel vulnerable. You know? I can't ever be serious when I'm vulnerable, you know? I think, like, I don't know who, but one of my close friends mentioned that, like, whenever I get, like, stressed or anxious, I do it in a, like, I express it in a way where it's, like, so humorous that, like, people can't tell if I'm actually bothered by it or not. Like, I'll go, like, oh my god, and, like, I'm kind of nervous, and I'm gonna die, you know? I do it like that, but on the inside, I actually feel very, like, very anxious. And I just am not able to express that seriously. Because I also don't like to take myself too seriously, because then I get, like, upset. If I kind of take myself too seriously all the time, I'd be like, oh my god, life is so hard. See, I can't even do it, like, I can't even act on it. I still sound, like, not serious. It's funny. Yeah. Coping mechanism. Well, no. Everyone deals with stuff in different ways. Yeah, I mean, like, even if I wasn't a VTuber, I was still like this before, so... Yeah, now I'm a VTuber, so it's more enhanced. Yeah. That's why, you know, that's why when I do, like, start being really upset or actually, like, seriously crying, a lot of my friends tend to, like... kind of just freeze up most of the time, because it's like, oh shit, if Anna's crying, then, like, this must be really bad. Because, like, in the grimmest of situations, I can still kind of... I don't know. There has been some moments where, like, things have happened to other people that were, like, pretty bad. But I would kind of be like, well, at least you're not dead, you know, something like that. And it was kind of, like, questionable. Like, my reaction is questionable. But, you know, because, like, my friends understand what kind of person I am, they don't really, like, judge too much. If anything, I think I judge myself the most. I'll be like, what the fuck? Why did I react like that? But, like, there has been very dark situations where I'll be like... Like, for example, one time when my mom, like, made a big hole in the wall. Like, a huge one. I was like, wow, thanks for the extra door. Or something like that. I don't know. Obviously, it was very scary. It was, like, at 5 a.m. She just, like, punched a big hole in the wall. And I was just like, well, I guess today we're leaving through that door instead of the front door. You know? I would say shit like that without an audience. And my only audience was my mom. And my mom would actually be even more angry when I said shit like that. Because, you know, if you weren't serious about the situation, and she obviously was, she'd be like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? And I'd be like, no, what's wrong with you? So if I think about it, it's low-key kind of funny, but at the same time, it was just low-key me coping. So a lot of times, it was kind of more like that. And of course, like, it kind of became a habit. So now it's really hard to, like, shake off, you know? It's not that I don't take the situation seriously. It's that I'm trying so hard to be calm that I've developed a sort of dark humor to kind of, like, cope with, like, the anxiety. Like, I feel, like, really anxious on the inside, but, like, if I make a joke out of it, I'll kind of, like, laugh at it and kind of, like, make it look like it's a smaller situation. So yeah, it makes sense. It's just a little bit messed up, that's all. But yeah, I don't know what the point was. The point is, I got a lot of self-work to do. So hopefully whenever that therapist, you know, has a fucking slot, you know, it's already been like 8 months. Like, I don't know, like, they said 8 months, it's already past it. So I was like, okay, so are you still gonna see me? Or yeah, I'm like, yeah, maybe I just look for one online. I don't know at this point. But yeah, like, did you call them up? Yeah, I did. Maybe they just think, maybe I sound like I don't need therapy. I'll be like, hello, I need to go to therapy. And they'll be like, yo, this girl, she doesn't need therapy. She sounds like she's having the time of her life. I'll be like, okay. That's okay. Probably some other people need it more. Sometimes when I touch grass and meet people, I'm like, damn, I thought I needed therapy, but you can go first. You know? Seriously, I will think like that. I'll be like, damn, okay, you know what? Yeah, you take the slot. I can wait another 3 months, it's fine. Low-key though, I do think like that sometimes. I'll be like, okay, sure. Yeah. Okay guys, I'm gonna read the super chats. Thank you so much for coming to today's behind the scenes. This will be my last stream before the camping trip, because I'm gonna go tomorrow, I believe. Oh yeah, tomorrow on the weekend. So I'll be back on Monday, I believe. So yeah, and then when I come back, I'll talk about, all the fun adventures that I had during the trip to meeting all the EN members. Not all of them, but some of the EN members, and also my camping trip with Babu. So yeah! Okay, first soup of today. Chiliax, thanks so much for the soupa. Thank you. Tantanya, thank you so much for the soupa. Keelix, thank you so much for the soupa. Can't donate with my card at the moment, but hope this is okay. Honestly, you literally just donated. This is like going towards a Canadian charity, so thank you. Maxwell, thank you so much for the soupa. White guy, thank you so much for the soupa. Mushroom Funds, I can't wait for the official release. Me too, guys. I really hope you guys enjoy it. And even if it might make you... Well, I don't want it to make you guys uncomfortable, so I put a warning. Okay, I'm just gonna give another warning. For people who are very, sensitive with colors and lights, you might want to, just be careful, because the music video itself does have, a little bit of flashing lights and, distortion or saturation or whatever. So, yeah, if you know that you're prone to that sort of thing, just please be careful. And it's gonna be out on... Well, it's already actually out on Spotify and stuff like that. So if you just want to listen to it, that's available on other platforms. And then also, it's not gory or anything, but maybe it might maybe the concept or the idea of the visuals and maybe even the song itself could make some people uncomfortable or scare some people or even just trigger bad memories or whatever. If you know that happens, please don't go out of your way to watch it or anything. It's not gory at all, and I don't really think it's scary or anything, but just in case, because this is tied to a very sensitive topic, if you know that you're not in the right position to kind of handle stuff like that, do not watch it, okay? Okay, Maegae, Messias, thank you so much for this soup. I heard the first one was deleted, so here you go. Oh yeah, I had to... Okay, so I actually uploaded the waiting room for the mushroom song during the stream yesterday, and then Keiki messaged me. He was being a nerd face. Hold on, let me read what he wrote. It was so funny. Okay, so he wrote... Oh my god, I was like, I got you, bro, I got you. Basically, I had to re-upload. I didn't have to, but I wanted to. I re-uploaded because Keiki was like... What did he say? It was something about the audio getting compressed by YouTube. Okay, so he was like, okay, I noticed the audio settings they exported with was a bit low in terms of bitrate, so I swapped the audio for a higher quality encode. I didn't re-encode the video, so it's exactly the same quality, so I only touched the audio. It doesn't matter at all, but YouTube re-encodes the audio another time when you upload it, so it's a good idea to give it the highest quality if you can, or it might degrade in further quality. And then I was like, oh shit, I should have waited. And then it's like, no, it's actually just me being a perfectionist. And I was like, don't worry, I will make your dreams come true. And then he felt embarrassed about it, and I'm gonna call him out on it because I think it's really funny. He was like, oh my god, no, it's fine. And then it's like, yeah, but there's no difference in this one. There's no difference in this one. And I was like, no, I'm gonna do it. I've already done it. I've already privated it. And it's like, no, my god, you actually did it. I feel like I shouldn't have done this. And then he was just freaking out a bit because I, uploaded it again and privated the other one. He was like, yeah, but now all the comments are gone. That feels so wrong. And I was like, don't worry, they're gonna comment again. And then he was like, and then I was like, honestly, I can hear the difference in audio quality just slightly. And then he continued to be a nerd about it. It's like, okay, so I'm not crazy. I thought I heard some artifacts in the treble here and there, so I looked at the bitrate, and it was 164 kbps. I replaced it with 512 kbps track. YouTube is gonna convert it to 192 kbps AAC track, I think, but it's better to go 512 to 192 than 164 to 192. And then I literally wrote, this is literally what I said. I said, I don't know what you just said, but I trust that you know. Ha ha ha. And then he was like, sorry, I'm a file nerd. And then he proceeded to tell me he really wants me to understand this because he's such a funny dude. So he screenshotted the visual representation of like quality degradation. Yeah. So if you like, so there's like this on his program. You can see like on the specs, like, you know, the decrease in quality between the two audio files. And then I said, oh, okay. Yo, I was like low-key kind of busy trying to do stuff, so I was like, okay, cool, thank you. I was like, oh, I see, visually I understand, like I can hear it. But then he was like, yeah, so normal perfect human hearing goes up to 12k Hz, and you can see it cuts off at 17k Hz. So if you have good hearing, you could hear the difference, but most people can't hear it. And I'm just like, damn, I guess my ears are not like most people. Thanks, Keiki, for proving that visually and theoretically. So yeah, this guy knows a lot about sound. Yo, he's really fucking smart, guys. Like, he is like, also, he is one of the most wholesome people I've ever met. Never swears, never says anything bad. And I don't know, man, there's something wrong with this dude, but I'm gonna just stick around and see. I'm trying to find like a really bad flaw about this person. I'm like, oh yeah, you must have some weird thing about you, but I haven't found it quite yet. It's been like over a year, and I still haven't like figured it out, so I will continue to do so. I'm literally dragging him out of his cave. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna talk about you on stream like there's no tomorrow, so you better prepare yourself, okay? This guy has been hiding his entire life, and I'm just like, bruh, come out. Yeah. Like, you're an amazing musician, producer, arranger, and the world needs to know. But also, guys, I just want everybody to know that, like, I was first in finding this gem. So, yeah, you're welcome, everyone. But yeah. One day, you know, actually, speaking of, like, you know, dissecting music and stuff like that, I'm gonna be honest, one of my, I guess, like, I would call it a dream. I really like Adam Neely. I don't know if you guys know this YouTuber, but he's basically an indie artist. I think he's an indie artist, yeah. He has, like, a band. And he dissects music so well. You know, he's the one who taught me about, like, dissonance, and then like how, like, you know, music plagiarism. I don't know, I watched so many of his like musical dissection videos, and it's just so easy to digest. Even if you, sometimes I do get lost in the theory, but because he also like kind of like shows it through audio, I can really understand it like that. And he's just really good at breaking things down. And be honest, if one day one of my songs could be broken down by Adam Neely, I would honestly be so happy. Like, if he ever thinks that like one of my songs is like worthy of like being dissected, I would be actually so happy. I would feel like I'm pretty much finished and can retire. I'm not gonna lie, I would be like really happy, you know? Yeah. But please, like, do not do this weird thing where like people go into the comment section and be like, oh my god, Enna Alouette talked about it. That's really embarrassing. Please do not do that. Okay, I'm just talking as a normal person to another normal person, and I just admire the person's content. So please, I'm actually being serious. Don't do stuff like that. I think it's really like uncomfortable. So yeah. Okay, so let's continue super chats. Okay, Adu Dayo, thank you so much for the super. Don't think I'll be around for the actual stream, but here's something for all your hard work / the charity. Thank you! Thank you so much for the donation. Atch404, thank you so much for the donation as well. Craving for mushroom. Hope I can finish my work and be here tonight. Well, the VOD is gonna be up, so you don't have to actually be there. Minty Lime, thank you so much for the dono. Thank you. Chovek, thank you so much for the super. Funny thought, if enough people comment that Enna cooked hard with the song, YouTube algorithm will show it together with actual mushroom recipes. That's so funny! Oh my god, that's so cool. And then, you know, I hope it's like edible mushrooms, like enoki or oyster. Oh my god, I really want to eat like hot pot now because we've been talking about mushrooms and I really like enoki and hot pot. Oh my god, I want to eat hot pot. Maybe I'll like ask my friends if they want to have hot pot instead. Hold on, let me see. Hello? Can we eat hot pot? Oh, they already decided on a restaurant. Never mind. Damn. I want to eat hot pot, everybody. Next week, hot pot making stream. Oh, and I was thinking of doing the aloo pizza. Yeah, I wanted to make the aloo pizza for the 600k celebration. I don't know where we are right now. I think we're at like 605 or something, which is good because, you know, I still have not too far, I guess. White Guy Grail, thank you so much for the super. Thank you. J.S. Till, thank you so much for the Aka super. Thank you so much. I'm so happy we can finally hear the song after it being so long since we first knew about it. Yeah, thank you so much for being patient about all this, especially the members, because you guys have been teased the most about this song. And yeah, I really hope that you guys really enjoy it. I'm kind of nervous that you guys won't like it, but yeah, I'm gonna bet that you guys will. Hopefully, most of you. 641k? You're almost at 650. Oh shit! Low key, I don't know. Wait, really? The fuck? But I didn't even stream for like a week. I swear to God, most of these people come in just want to cancel me, and I'm like, oh yeah, let's subscribe so we can like watch Enna like cancel herself. Oh shit, you're right. I swear to God, I saw like 605 or something, but I don't know when that was. Thanks, guys. Yeah. At this rate, maybe we should just do it at 650. That's so funny. Oopsies. Yeah, thanks, guys. Cool. That was like 3 weeks ago? Really? Damn. Did we do a 666k? No, that's weird. Where we put like hot sauce on the pizza and only hot sauce? No, I don't. I love, you know, I'm learning how to love. I'm learning to love myself, so I'm not gonna do that. Actually, I don't want like my asshole to like be burnt. Okay? Yeah. You know what? It's fine. 666k stream would be funny. Honestly, we could do something. Maybe we can play a horror game or something. We're like, I don't know, I'm scared. Maybe I'll play with somebody. Why did I say that? Now everybody's gonna be like, oh my god, play this song, blah 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 blah. Okay, Nebulous Vibes, thank you so much for the super. Udon Mien, thank you so much for the super. Thank you. Now does that say mushroom in Chinese? Mogu. Is that what it says? I'm just guessing. Oh yeah, mogu mian. Now so this person wrote, instead of being udon noodles, I am now mushroom noodles, which is like udon mian, and mushroom noodles is mogu mian. Oh my god, that's so funny. Mogu mian sounds really good though. I wonder if they have a dish that's called like mushroom noodles. That would be so good. I'm so hungry. Oh wait, yeah, there is. Oh my god, I'm hungry. It looks so good. God, I'm hungry. Why is my song all about food? Roll that dough. It's either about depression, food, or both. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? Roll that dough is about burritos. Mushroom, you know, has the mushroom, and it's also depressing. Ethyria is pretty depressing too. Wish of the Songbird is also kind of depressing. Birds of Time was depressing. Oh, actually, yeah, there's something wrong with me. I don't know. God, I gotta make a happy song. Okay, guys, I promise. Next song, it's a happy one. Okay, just give me some time. Okay. Two constants in life: food and depression. Oh my god, Loki, that is so true. That's me. Actually, actually, yeah. Okay, this is more for members, but I have something to show you guys. I've been working on a song, and it actually is a happy song. And yeah. Wink wonk, wink wonk, wink wonk. I'll tell you guys when I come back from my camping trip. No, it actually is a happy song. It's actually super, like, out of character, but it's actually so happy. Don't believe me. Okay, but if you think about it, all my songs are depressing, but they always have a little of hope. Just think about it. Think about Wish of the Songbird. Towards the end, it goes like, this time, I'll return to the world with my life and my white wings unfurled. You know, it's so hopeful. It's like, you know, after all that da, kini na shit, you know, like it goes back. And then for Birds of Time, you know, like, it's like, you know, it's still hopeful. Right? Yeah. And then, like, for Ethyria, it's obviously about, like, Ethyria, so it's hopeful. Yeah. Actually, I think all my songs are bittersweet. That's the better word. Yeah. See, Town Kills, thank you so much for the 20 gifted. Thank you, thank you. Make sure you please, for anybody who got gifted memberships, please make sure you thank them. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Theological virtue of hope. Yeah. You know, my dad, one time, I was really... Oh, I think... Oh, yeah, I mean, you guys know about Chibisuke, so I think I could probably share this. So, like, when Chibisuke was in the womb, my dad and my stepmother didn't really mention it until, like, when it was, like... when he was about to be born. So, it was quite the surprise. It wasn't like, oh my god, I'm pregnant. It was like, oh my god, I'm gonna give birth soon. And I was like, what the fuck? And this was around the time where, like, I didn't see my dad for, like, 3 years. Because of the pandemic, right? There was, like, visa issues. There's, like, you know, there's just traveling issues. And I remember when my dad told me, he was basically like, yeah, we're giving birth to, like, a new baby in, like, this amount of months. And it wasn't, like, a lot. It was like it was, like, 3 months in. It was, like, probably, like, 6 to 7 months in. And I was like, what the fuck? So, you know, I've always had, not beef, but, like, I've never really felt included by my stepmother. And, you know, it's fair because I didn't grow up with her. She's never had children. And her dynamic with her parents are quite different. Like, she's not very close with her parents. So, stepping into her shoes, I think it's very hard for her to understand how important it is for me to be close with my dad. And that's always been sort of an issue. And before anyone in the chat goes like, I think you shared too much, Enna, I think I share these things because I know other people have similar situations. But I think it's okay to share it because it's not like I'm the only one who ever has these problems, you know? Like, Cinderella had problems like this too, so, you know. But yeah, like, so I already kind of felt left out by her. And I know she doesn't do it intentionally, but that's also why it kind of hurts too. It's like, she doesn't even know she does it. Every time I, like, go over to their house, like, they'll always say, like, yeah, you can come back whenever, we're family. And the words, I put them to much value, but at the same time, it does still feel like I'm being treated as a guest. You know, it's just kind of like the vibe, you know? And I've come to some sort of acceptance, especially this year, because I'm like, you know, some things will just not go the way that you want it to, and it's okay. You know, there's nothing I can really do about it. As long as she's not, like, you know, telling me to, like, leave or anything, that's fine. But, like, you know, when Chibisuke was in the womb, I was, like, that sort of heightened my feelings of being left out. And I just kind of felt like, oh, well, you know, my parents are divorced. I'm here taking care of my mom. And my dad started a new family. I'm like, okay. I was really upset. I'm gonna lie. I was, like, really upset. And it was one of the first times where I, like, really yelled at my dad. I never really, like, yell at my dad because my dad's, like, you know, he's usually the one yelling at me because I fuck up a lot because I'm young. But this time, I was so upset. And you know, I said a lot of like hurtful things that I don't really mean, but at the time I kind of meant. I was like, you know, I've been by myself over here like this whole time. So honestly, if I really needed to cut you out of my life, I'd be okay. Cause like I've been okay this whole time not seeing you. And low-key that's not true, because emotionally I'm like, I really need to see you. But because I was angry, I said stuff like this. And it was just really difficult. What was I gonna say? What's the point of the story? I don't remember. But yeah, like, I was really upset because it felt that way. And obviously we've like talked about it and it's good now. Also, it really helps that my baby brother Chibiske is really fucking cute. And then when he saw me, he just like, he's never met me before this year. And so when we met this year, he was like all over me. He was just like, he loved me more than his mom. And low-key, I'm like, ha, you deserve it. So like, oh my god. So like, we get along really well. And I'm really excited for him to start talking, because then I can like start talking to him. And it's just, he's so fucking cute, guys. So but yeah, I mean, like, before that, I actually almost wish that he wasn't born, which I feel bad for thinking now. But you know, it's just like kind of like a in the moment sort of thing. So yeah. I'm trying to think what the point was. So I want to tell this. What was the point of the story? I wanted to tell you guys for like a moral. You guys remember? Oh shit! I must be so fucking tired, guys. I got so into the story, got a little emotional, and then I was like, "Fuck!" I forgot like why I wanted to tell the story. Shit. Completely forgot, bruh. Oh. I don't know, guys. Shit. The moral of the story is hot pot. Yeah. No, I mean, okay. I think what I probably wanted to... maybe next time. I can't remember. Fuck. Shit. Well, this is the first time I got into a tangent. I low-key can't like relate it back to what I want to talk about. Oh my god, I try to think about it. I can't think about it at all. I must like be really, really tired. But anyways, I love my baby brother. Can't wait till he's 20 years old so I can like, you know, make fun of him and his future girlfriend. He's obviously not gay because he's super duper into women. And if he is, that's totally fine. And I will be low-key kind of surprised. But yeah, I think it'll be so funny either way. Yeah, that's it. Love you, Chibiske, you little dumbass. No, but I mean, like, okay, so, like, I think we can all relate to this sort of thing in some way. Yeah, guys, I'm so sorry. I don't remember what I was trying to relate this back to. I'm trying so hard to remember. I gotta watch the WOD, guys. I'm so tired. Whew. The moral of the story is get your baby bro to like you more than his parents. To get back at your dad. Nah, I'm not that petty. You know, yeah, like... It's not my fault that he likes me more, but, you know. He loves me, guys! I called with him the other night, and he was like... He kept, like, grabbing the phone and running away with it. And, you know, I was getting very nauseous because he was, like, shaking the phone. But, yeah, it's great that he still remembers who I am. And how I sound like. I think it's very hard to forget how I sound like. That's probably why, too. But, like... He'll be 40s when he's 20s. Well, you know, I'm probably gonna look really young because I already look like I'm 12 anyways. So I'm kind of like theorizing that like when I'm 40, I might look like 30. So then maybe I can get away with like being his sister. And if I do look old, then I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm his auntie. You know, I'll be like, yeah, this is like a distant nephew. Oh yeah, this is like, you know, my cousin's kid. What are you even talking about? I'm talking about how life will throw shit at you and you can always be upset at it, or you could get over it and just accept it and move on. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. And I think I'm very good at doing that. I mean, like, a lot of my friends that I've talked to about, They've been like, oh yeah, you're so valid. You know, everything that you're feeling is reasonable. And you know, it feels nice to be like validated. At the same time, there's a part of my brain that's just like, okay, your dad has done so much for you. He obviously loves you so much. And, you know, you can call it a mistake or whatever, but this already happened. Like, the baby is here. So you can accept the baby or you can be pissed about it your whole life. And then I was like, you're right, Enna Alouette. I'm not gonna be pissed about it. First of all, I love babies. They're so cute. Second of all, I've always wanted a sibling. A little late, but you know, still counts, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, you know, like, life is very difficult, guys, so... But, you know, life is still beautiful in some way. You have to put in a lot of effort to, like, see things in a certain way where you can accept it more and then understand that, like, there is still beauty behind it. So, it takes a lot of power. It takes a lot of, like, mental, emotional strength. But, like, you know, that's why we're human. Like, we have that strength. So use it. You're able to do it. I promise. Family is family, yeah. The world is cruel yet so beautiful. Oh my god, it's like that one Attack on Titan song. I really like. Kono utakushiki zangoku na sekai. You know that one song? It's the first ending of the first season. Yeah, it's like this beautiful cruel world. It's sung by K-on's Mio's. You know Mio from K-on, the voice actress of Mio? Yeah, it's sung by her! That's how I remember the voice actress for Mikasa. She shares the same voice actress as Mio from K-on. Hikasa Yoko, yeah. And, you know, the same person who's saying, please don't be lazy, tate hontou wa crazy. Yeah, she's also saying, Kono utakushiki zangoku na sekai. I know! Beautiful! Yeah. I love anime music. Yeah. You sound just like her. Yeah, I totally do. So right, I should sing that in a karaoke. I love that song. I should write it down. What's it called? It's kind of too high for me though. Utsukushi, utsukushi, zangoku na sekai. Oh my god, yeah, that was one of the best endings ever. And it was like in the first season too. Okay, sorry, we got off topic. Anyways. God, I'm so tired, but I'm also so hungry. Like always. Suzu, thank you so much for the soup. I'm so proud of you, Anna. Thank you for all the effort you put into. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for waiting once again. Voitan, thank you so much for the soup. Your song would fit perfectly in an Alice in Wonderland book or show. Oh my god, it's so funny that you mentioned that because I referenced Alice in Wonderland to the artist and to the animator as well. I was like, I wanted to kind of have this sort of vibe. So yeah, I'm happy that it made you think of that. Also, I've never watched or read Alice in Wonderland. I've just seen the aesthetics of it, and I love it. Tintanya, thank you so much for the flesh super off. Maegae, Udomien, and Tintanya again. Thank you guys so much for the flesh supers. Thank you, thank you. Nicola, thank you so much for the tuna tax. Thank you. Get taxed on tuna? Has some Tim Burton on it. Oh, I love Tim Burton. Tim Burton is so amazing. I did take a little bit of inspiration from that too. I was watching like, what's it called? Wednesday Addams while I was like producing this song too. So I had a little bit of that inspo too, just slightly. You know, the darker bits of it. So yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah, I was watching like Wednesday Addams during the time I was making the song. So yeah. I'll dance, dance, dance in my hands, hands, and something head. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna dance. I love that TikTok song. I know, right? TikTok. Christ. Who would have thought? Churoza, thank you so much for the super. Can't wait to hear the song. I can't wait for you to hear it too. Maxwell, thank you so much for the super. Nishiwaka, thank you so much for the super. Nelliam, thanks so much for the super. Congrats on the release, Enna and team. As a former counselor, I fully support and commend the advocacy. Despite the misconceptions about mental health, awareness and support come a long way. Honestly, yeah, like, we can always shit on, like, you know, people, organizations, society for not doing things faster, but I actually do appreciate that mental health is more talked about now. Because when I was very young, and I actually even brought my situation at home, from home I mean, to my guidance counselor, they didn't have much options to give me. They were just like, if you ever want to talk again, we'll be here. But there wasn't really like a support system at the time, which is not anybody's fault, and it is frustrating. But now, you know, I hear that, like, at least in Canada, it's more talked about. There's more organizations for it, and there's more like opportunities for people to seek help. So I appreciate that. Honestly, I always shit on Canada because, like, I just like to complain. But Canada is a great country for, like, stuff like this. You know, it's Canada. Being in Canada has really helped my mom because she gets, like, I think disability funds, and it's a good amount. I'm not gonna lie. When I was working minimum wage, I would earn less than her disability funds. When I found out how much money she gets from disability funds, I'm like, what the fuck? You know? So, yeah. Oh my god, Mika! Mika! Thank you so much for the raid! Oh my god, if Mika's raiding me, it means my stream is too long. Hi, bestie! How you doing? Just talking about, you know, mental illness like always. I like how every time Mika raids, I'm like talking about like mental illness. It's so funny. You got a headache? Oh no. Drink lots of water, please. Yeah, it's so funny. Like, I think every time Mika rates me, I'm talking about like mental illnesses. You kind of talk about it all the time. I do, yeah. And you know what? I want to apologize, but at the same time, I don't want to because, you know, that's low-key my brand, you know? You know, it kind of works, so it's fine. I am waiting for your song. Well, I think by the time... I think once you sleep and wake up, you'll be awake for the song. So I hope you can get some sleep, girl, because you never sleep. You're literally in the same time zone as I am, and that's concerning. Okay. Sean, thank you so much for the super. Voitan, thanks again for the super. Consider making some of these into looped BGMs for your streams. They're so good. That would be really cool, but that depends on, like, you know, Keiki. I don't want to give him more work, you know, be like, yo, dude, you want to make this into a BGM? You know, they have their life too. They have finally been freed from the shackles of the song. So I want them to take a break. But low-key, I don't think they're taking a break because I'm probably going to recruit them for another song. So I work everybody to the brim. But at the same time, I'm also working myself to the brim too, so it's fair. Why do you premiere during times I'm asleep? That's fucked up. Girl, okay, I'm premiering this at 12 a.m. my time, so that should honestly be like noon your time, and that's not my fault that you're still asleep because you sleep at a weird time. So that's your fault. Also, imagine taking a break. Oh my god, yeah, Diego. Imagine taking a break. Which you never do. You know what Diego does on his off time? This is what he does. He makes more music. Like, when he's not working on commissions and projects that are already existing, on his off time, he'll just make up another song. He'll be like, hey, check out what I did on my off time. I'll be like, did you, like, fucking draw a tree this time? Because I hope you didn't make another song. He'll be like, yeah, actually, I made this song. You know, it was just something for fun. I might make it into, like, a real thing. And I'm just like, so you basically just added another project on top of your other 200 projects. Okay, cool. You know, he literally never takes a break, you know? Like, even when he's traveling, he'll still bring his tiny ass keyboard so that he could do something. Be like, oh yeah, it's not that heavy. It's just a tiny keyboard and a laptop. And then he opens it, connects it, and he's still doing work. And I'm just like, okay. Like, I think the only time when you'll ever get a break, Diego, is when you die. And I can't let that happen. You can't die. So I'm gonna kick your ass if you don't take proper breaks. But at the same time, Diego says the exact same thing to me. You're at least as bad as me when it comes to that. Okay, but also I admit it. You don't admit it, okay? I admit it. I'd be like, yeah, I'm a workaholic. But when I call you out, you go like, okay, listen. Okay, he always starts this. When he needs to like defend himself, he'll say, okay, listen. Hear me out. It's always like that. He'll be like, I'm having a lot of fun, and I don't think of this as work. So it's not work for me. And I'm just like, that's right. That's right. You fucking put that emoji. That's right. You are absolutely caught in 4K. You know I'm right. So are you telling me that like somebody who likes to work out at the gym should be working out every single day even though they don't give their muscles a rest? Just think about that for a second. You know that I'm right. Shut the fuck up, French man. Yeah, that's right. I have won this battle on my own stream in front of at least 100 people. Can't hear you. I'm too busy making more tracks. Yo, he's so stubborn. I'm telling you guys. I have a valid like argument, and every time he knows that I have some sort of sense, he'll just not listen. It's like talking to a grandpa, like for real. It's okay. I'm just gonna remind you every day that you need to take a break, just like how you remind me to take a break. Except sometimes I do actually take a break. You're older than me? Of course I'm older than you. Only older than you by like a few months. What the fuck? What is this like doxing call out, bro? Like, we're practically the same age. The fuck? It's just because I was born in February. And you're born in like fucking... Was it? When were you born? Like Christmas? I don't know. Like really late because you didn't want to leave the womb. I don't know. Month docs. What do you mean month docs? I literally did 2 birthday concerts the past 2 years in February. You guys know that my birthday is in February. The fuck? I'm not Jesus. I know you're not, okay? Because if you were Jesus, then things would go a lot smoother for me. Because you're my bestie. But I know for a fact that Jesus is not my bestie, unfortunately. God hates me, guys. That's okay. I'm still alive. Okay, let's continue. Go back to making your tracks, and I'll go back to reading my super chats on autopilot. Yukina, thank you so much for the super. It's like watching a baby grow. Okay, I don't know what this means, but like, I don't understand what's happening. I feel like everybody's finding the opportunity to roast me for no reason. I just want to say that I just started a charity, so, you know, I feel like I should get some slack. Just a little bit. Okay, you, thank you so much for that super. Congrats on the new song. You say you're feeling better this year, but you spread around a lot of happiness too. So what goes around comes around, I guess. Have fun with camping. So if I die in camping, that means a lot of you guys have been wishing for my death. And I will come back to life really spiteful and make sure that each and every single one of you who have wished death upon me will rue the day. Okay? Okay. Siren, thank you so much for the super! Yukina, thanks so much for the Aka super! I have been suffering from domestic violence for years since I was little. Oh my god, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm now safe, but suffering from depression, anxiety, disorders, and PTSD for almost 3 years. Thank you, Enna, for sending warm messages, and thank you for everyone here who tries to understand this community. Yeah, so like, you know, there's a lot of like... You know, like, I'm not even surprised reading this. I know, like, when people read this sort of thing out loud, they'll be like, oh my god, like, don't read these things. But guys, I'm telling you right now, I think most people have situations like this than not. So, like, that's why I don't really feel surprised or too surprised, you know, having super chat messages like this, because, like, you know, it happens to so many of us. And I'm really sorry that you had to go through all of that. That's really terrible. I'm really glad that it sounds like you're out of it now because you said that you're safe. But yeah, you'll still probably suffer from, all the PTSD from it. I really hope you all the best, and I hope that like you can find a community, besides on the internet, like a in real life community where you can, work your way to getting even more better. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. But yeah, because this was mentioned, I guess I just want to address this. Like, I'm okay with people talking about stuff like this if it's within the context of like, what I'm already talking about. So in this case, because we're talking about the song and I shared my story, it makes sense for other people to share stories. But obviously if I'm playing like a game or something, like let's say I'm playing like Project Zomboid and I get a super chat of like some rando being like, oh yeah, my mom just hit me last night. Obviously that's really bad timing. So I'm totally okay with super chats like that. But it has to be within like good timing, like this one for example. So just for like future references, if I do see like untimely things being said that are very like heavy topics, I'm probably not gonna read them out loud because it just doesn't fit the mood. And I hope you guys don't like think that I'm just trying to like sweep it under the rug, but it's just me trying to navigate. Like I'm just trying to like mediate like what's appropriate for the given situation. But yeah. And during times where we can talk about heavy topics, if you're uncomfortable, please feel free to leave at any moment. But personally for me, I don't think we should always like not talk about stuff like this. Life isn't really all about like happiness, obviously, as you can tell from the sound of my voice. But it's just really important to just like acknowledge it, because once you acknowledge something that's bad, that's when you can start to find solutions to make it better, or at least even just like talking about it sometimes really helps. So that's what I think people should do more. I just really don't like it when people freak out and be like, oh my god, I can't believe you read this like on stream. It's just like it's really like it's so much like there wasn't even warning. I was just like, okay, but like within the given situation, this entire stream was a warning. Okay, so like shut the fuck up. Cause I think I've had like a couple people, not so much this year, but last year, some people were like, yeah, like people trauma dumping in your super chat. But I'm like, but it's fair because I brought up like trauma dumping on my part. So it's fair that other people want to join in too. So it's not like I would understand if it wasn't fair if we were like playing fucking Tetris and some guy was just like, yeah, I'm an alcoholic. I'm like, okay, well, in this case, like I'm playing Tetris, so I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to say. Stop drinking, Yeah, so situation matters. Context matters. Timing is really important too. Yeah. Just to say what's inside of your heart. I mean, yeah, I totally understand if some people think I should just like be more private. But it's all stuff that I'm basically accepted and it's over with. It's not like stuff like, for example, during the Chibisuke time, like I didn't tell any of you guys, and it wasn't until like this year I finally even told you guys I had a brother. So this was like a thing that was going on like last year and the year before that. So it's not like I was like, oh my god, guys, guess what my daddy just told me? My daddy just told me that I have a new brother and I feel like I'm left out. I'm not the only child anymore. Boo-hoo. I'm not doing shit like that. So I'm good, don't worry. Okay, Nicola, thank you so much for the Kami Oshi P tax. Oh my god, my P tax is going towards charity. Even my P is helping. Wonderful, thank you. Off and Udon Mian, thank you guys for the flush supas. Keishima, thank you so much for the supa. Looking forward to the new song. Yes, me too. Shiru Kazuki, thank you so much for the supa. Nala, thanks so much for the supa. I'll try and find some indigenous Canadian charities for the doc. Enna, thank you so much for the consideration. It means a lot. Oh my god, yeah, that would help so much. I would really, really appreciate that. So thank you as well. Jackie V, thank you so much for the supa. Looking forward to your song. Yay! Nap, thank you so much for the supa. I'm looking forward to the premiere. I'm so nervous, guys. In a couple of hours. Honestly, I could probably take a nap, make some dinner, pack a little, and yeah. Oh my god! Guys! I just remembered something terrible! Last night I made mapo tofu, and I remember I put the tofu and everything away, but I didn't put the rice away, so it's been there for like since last dinner. Oh no! And my house is like very humid. Oh, that's terrible. I don't think I can eat the rice anymore. Shit. I totally forgot to put the rice in the fridge. No! Don't eat it back to... Oh yeah, I don't think I can. Because like, it's not like dry in my house or anything. It's quite hot, so... Yeah. Rice absorbs humidity, exactly. No guys, I'm not gonna eat it. I'm too afraid of getting sick. I guess I have to like make new rice. Oh fuck. No! It's because I was rushing. And I totally forgot to put it away and I had to do all the stuff. This is when a roommate would come in handy. Yeah, I hate wasting food. Sad. Sad moment. I'm gonna just... Maybe I'll just eat the tofu. The mapo without the... Mapo tofu without the rice. That's what I deserve. Okay. Juno Lai, thank you so much for the super. Neko Yashiki, thanks so much for the super. Just want to say thanks for being here, being you, doing so much for your friends in the community. Looking forward to the premiere. Honestly, I feel like, you know, if you're in a position where you can do that, you should. Obviously, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I feel like morally, I should. I've already, like, damaged the community quite a bit, so I think it's time for me to, like, start doing something good. Like, I've already, like, you know, offended a lot of people, said a lot of shit. You know, damaged not only my image, but like the company's image. I've done a lot of bad things, you know. But like, I never want to do that on purpose. I just like fuck around too much and like, you know, I'm not perfect, you know. If anything, I'm like super far from perfect. But then, you know, I still want to do good things. So, I hope you guys can see that I can be bad and good. Okay, Tao Tao, thank you so much for the super. I love mushrooms in terms of food and music. Thank you so much to you and your team for bringing this song to us. It's really good. Looking forward to the video. I'm now... Oh, there's many different mushrooms in China. Some of them that cause hallucination. Well, it's the same thing for like just mushrooms in general. It's like a lot of them you can eat, but a lot of them are like poisonous. So if you eat them, you can go kind of cuckoo, you know. So yeah, please be careful, everybody. Please be careful. Don't eat stuff from the forest. Green Zebra, thank you so much for the super. Also, and congrats on the song and Keiki and Team Mushroom. Oh my god, that's such a cute, like, that's such a cute team name, Team Mushroom. I already gave in and went to listen on Spotify. It's been on repeat now. Looking forward to the MV. Yeah, no problem. I actually mentioned this yesterday. It's already actually, the song is actually already out on like the music streaming platforms. But if you guys want to wait until the actual premiere, then yeah, you can do that too. But the song's actually already out, so you guys can listen to it. Ashley Alouette, thanks so much for the super. Thank you for the stream. I can't donate on the MV because of region block, so I hope the super could make up for it. Oh my god, yeah, no problem. I kind of knew that there was going to be region block, so that's why I wanted to do this stream as well. So thank you so much for your donation. I'm going to be like putting all the super chats and donos towards a Canadian charity for this stream. So thank you. I'm gonna wait. I'ma wait. Okay, if you guys wanna like, you know, have it all come together, yeah, sure, I don't mind. Either way, I really appreciate it. Is it on Spotify already? Yeah, it is! It is. You can totally go listen to it right now. It's probably better quality too, because it's on like a music platform. Well, at least like audio-wise, I believe. Skywing, thank you so much for the super. Your songs are bittersweet, but you are just sweet. No, no, no. You are absolutely... You are definitely not correct. I am not sweet. I am in... If anything, I'm at least bittersweet. But no, I'm like... I would like to even say I'm salty. Because I'm very, like... salty, you know? Like, I got a lot of problems with people. Not big problems, but like... Just like, sometimes I'll be like, why? You know? I'll be so salty, be like, what the fuck? How come you get that and I don't? What the fuck is wrong with this world? Yeah, but I like salty. That's my favorite taste. I love savory foods. Shadow Demon Lord, thanks so much for the super. A little ink dots, thank you so much for the super. Sincerely believe your depressed song, quote unquote, is actually end with hope, and I believe only the person that have been through depression truly know about hope and cherish it. Thank you for streaming since it helped me through my depression period. I'm glad it helps in some way. Honestly, it's kind of true. Like, if you've been really, like, low in your life, you somehow sort of get out of it. You don't ever really get out of it completely, but you can come to a point where it's like you're more accepting of it. If you ever get to that point, you start to really appreciate really small things that you never ever noticed before. You know, being so low in your life, and, you know, that's what happened. Well, I feel like when I was very young, I overlooked so many things. And now that I've grown up and gone through quite a bit, I can see, like, so much that I have that I just never really appreciated. And, you know, it probably is very important to, like, remind yourself of that. So, yeah, do it. Maegae, thanks so much for the super again. For charity, thank you for sharing how the song came together. And the team that made it possible. So excited, I'll make sure to be at the premiere. Have fun camping and stay safe, please. Bye-bye. Thank you! Thanks, Maegae! I will have fun camping. I will buy, insect repellent. Hopefully. Anton, thank you so much for the super. In times like this, we have a saying, Enna. God gives his goofiest battles to his silliest clowns. I bless up songbird of heaven. I swear to God you made that up. I need to know what language that quote is from because I low-key don't believe you. I feel like this was like made up by a god imposter, but it's a scripture? No fucking way. Goofiest battles to his silliest clowns? What does that mean? God gives his toughest battles to his strongest warriors. That sounds about right. The clown? Come on, guys. That was... What the fuck? Bruh. It's slightly changed. It's a contemporary take. Yeah, a little bit altered. Just slightly. Clown is not the actual phrase, but it is the same energy. You know, I think I'd rather sound like a warrior than a clown. Like, I'd rather have a spear in my hand than a fucking water balloon. You know what I'm like, just a little less cool. You know, I want to have a grenade and be like, pshwa. Not a fucking water balloon where it goes like, you know, like that's just visually. I'm not very like. You know, I don't know, I feel like you're taking a lot away from me. Okay, Tiamat, thank you so much for the super. Still at work, so I have to keep the stream muted, but just want to drop by to see Cutie and a Mushroom. Love you, my Kami Oshi. Thank you so much for dropping by. I think it's so funny that you said the stream was muted because it's like my face is, you know, Enna Alouette's face. It's always like la 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 la. But if you keep it muted, you don't really know what I'm saying, so I'm just kind of like. I could be talking about like, oh my god, today I had like a croissant and it was really good. Had a lot of butter in it and I'm kind of lactose, so after I ate this croissant. But then like if you unmute the stream, it's like, oh yeah guys, so like I'm depressed because like, you know, a mental illness this, mental illness that, depression. It was like, it's so funny. Yeah, keep the stream muted, please. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna read the donos now. Miguel, thank you so much for the dono. Thank you, and I love you so much. Sorry, no, it's okay. I forgive you for your love. Waitan, thank you so much for the Akadono. Thank you. I derped on the charity donation, so I guess this is a perfect time to give you a dono for your own charity you'll donate to. I'm proud of you. You worked hard and long to see this through. Give my thanks to everyone who helped make it happen. Yeah, thank you so much for donating to such a good cause. Thank you. Kokono Kakan, thank you so much for the dono. You and your team are absolutely cracked. Thanks for completing and releasing. It must be needed, every single one's efforts and skills. Sorry for my bad English. No, your English is fine. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Tian Hu, thank you so much for the dono. Thank you. Baby Back Fat, thank you so much for the dono. I don't have much right now, but this goes to the Canadian charity. Thank you so much. Please don't think that like you have to donate like a lot for it to count. Even if you donate like $5 or even $2, any amount will count. You know, there are some countries that like, for example, their currency is so bad that like $1 Canadian could equal like basically $5 for them. So like, if you think about that, if you donated like $5 Canadian, you basically got them their meal. So don't think that like don't think that like your small amount doesn't help, because it definitely does. Because if you think that like we don't have a lot of money, then you have not seen the other side of the world. And I don't even want to say that I have, because I only really have seen it like through news and stuff. But like, you know, if I ever get the opportunity to see like firsthand like people starving, I don't know if I could even like mentally handle it, because I'd be like, I think I would probably really reflect on myself a lot after that. I think I'd be like so taken aback. I'll be like, oh shit, like damn, I'm really lucky. Like I know I'm lucky now, but I don't think I even fully understand how lucky I am, because I've never met anybody who has like not had meals in their life. So yeah. Majin D, thank you so much for the dono. Thank you. Kevin Yama, thank you so much for the dono. Excited for the premiere, and thank you for the warm reminder to not only just take care of our physical health, but our mental health as well. Lots of love to you and everyone in chat. Thank you so much. Koet Cow, thank you so much for the dono. Your music is really unique and has a special signature to it. I'm so happy to be a part of the good cause. Also, just want to tell you that your talk on mental illness did help me get through a lot of my stuff as well. I hope it does. Like, you know, I'm not an expert, so please make sure you take whatever I say with a grain of salt. I just share my experiences and what I think about it, but that doesn't mean that it's facts. That doesn't mean that it's true. Please talk to professionals about it. And if it gives you any sort of comfort, then I'm already pretty happy with that. So, thank you. B, thank you so much for the super. Thank you. So proud of you, Enna. Thanks for you and your entire team's effort. Thanks for always caring so much and for everything you do. Love you lots platonically, of course. Thank you so much. Okay, I just want you guys to know, I really feel like I was really late on stuff like this. I feel like I should have done like this sort of thing like way earlier. So I apologize. I just want you guys to know, it's not that I don't care, it's that I also care about like putting out good quality stuff up to my standards. So that's why it takes so long. I'm sorry. Yeah. I am so slow. It was most of the time, it was the music that was like taking the longest time. So it was, yeah, because like everyone else kind of like pulled through. And like sometimes I'd have to like take breaks and be like, fuck, I can't sing this right now. I'm sorry. I'm too emotional as a musician, as an artiste. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the gifted memberships. By the way, I'm low-key joking, because if anybody ever goes like, oh my god, I'm like so emotional, and you know, being an artist is so emotionally draining, and like, you know, like if they ever say it in that sort of way, I'll be like low-key like, okay, we get it, thank you. Like, yeah, it's kind of obvious, so like, you know. I think low-key that's kind of cringe to say, but like, oh my god, like, I just can't right now. I can't sing right now. It's just too much for me. I'm like, okay, well, you know, like, okay, maybe this is my toxic side showing up, but like, I just think it's so funny when people say that. Like, yeah, you know, it's like, oh my god, I can't right now. Like, I can't go on. And then you have like that one friend's like, you can do it, and they'll be like, you're so right, I can't do it. I gotta like pull through. I'm so brave. You know, I love that. It's so funny. I'm so brave. I can do this. It's like, girl, just sing the song. Just sing the song, okay? It's okay. It's just a song. Okay, I know there's a lot of meaning in music, but also at the same time, if you're performing something, it's just a song and you have to focus on like it being good anyway. So just sing the song. Just sing the fucking song. I had this like, okay, during this high school talent show, there was like this lady who was super good at singing, but she was really like a diva. You know, like she was obviously probably gonna be like one of the top winners for the talent show. But I think she was like, I don't know, like I don't really know what exactly happened, but I was backstage because I was volunteering with helping like with the production and everything. And this lady, I think she had a fight with a friend or something about the talent show, and that friend kind of like just left. She wasn't a part of the talent show, but like she was just there backstage to support this friend. And you know, I don't know what they talked about, but she just left. And then the lady who was about to go on, you know, soon, she was like really upset. Okay, and yeah, I think honestly a little part of this is me being toxic, because for me, I'd be like, well, I'm gonna do a performance, so I'm just gonna focus on this and then think about my upset friend afterwards, because like my friend being upset has nothing to do with like, you know. But I mean, like, you know, I think she was just very emotional, so to be fair, like it's hard to be like upset and perform, you know. So yeah. But anyway, before she went on stage, like her friend was gone, right? So she was like, she told like a bunch of people about it, and you know, I was kind of within the proximity, so I heard. So she was like, yeah, so like we argued about something, and I just don't think I can go on stage right now. I'm just really upset. And then the teachers were like, well, there's other people who are like, we can't change the order around because, you know, it'll kind of mess up the whole like organization of everything. You know, we worked really hard to like make sure that this was super organized. And this is like, no, I can't. Like, I just can't do it anymore. Like, if anything, like somebody else can go in my stead, or like if I could just go last. Like, she kept wanting to insist. She insisted that she wanted to go last. But, you know, the teacher was just like, the last, you know, it would be very difficult to rearrange this. Because, like, parents were there, and, like, you know, a lot of, like, people's families were there, and they had a whole set list. So if they, like, changed the order of everything, you know, if you came to your son's talent show and it said that they were going to perform at, like, 8:15, but they actually performed at, like, 9:15, it'll kind of be like, oh, my God. And some people had to leave early, too. So she was just like, oh, my God, I can't. Like, I actually can't perform. And so, like, you know, a lot of people were helping her like calm down. And I remember like, okay, but this was the funny part. Like, she was like really freaking it, and one girl who wasn't really her friend, it was one of the volunteers. I was just watching, by the way. I was not involved in this. I was just watching it like I was like watching a movie. This is one volunteer girl. She's like, look at me, you're brave and you can do it. You can think about your friend later. I'm sure it'll all be okay. Just get on that stage and just win. That's what she said. She was like, get on that stage and win. There's like 20 other people in this talent show, and literally this lady was just like, just win. Like, all these other losers are not gonna win, so get on there and take your prize. And I'm just like, is she really that good? Like, I hope she's good, because like it'll be really funny if she went on the stage and then, you know, after this lady just told her to win and she sings like la la la, you know, I think I would like cry. And then actually she was pretty good. But then, you know, her response was, you're so right. I am brave and I can do this. I was born to sing. And, you know, it was maybe in a movie, it would have been like very like admirable, but this was real life. when someone was like, when someone says stuff like that, I low-key just kind of want to laugh. Because I low-key, I'm just like, well, I mean, like, a lot of people were born to sing, I guess. But it's just like, if you think you're born to sing and you're, like, gonna win, then you better be a good singer. Because, like, damn. Did she win? She won 3rd place. There was a better singer. That's what I'm telling. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's why you should never think that you're the best singer. Because then when you say shit, like, it's only cool when you say, like, I was born to sing. And you're actually so phenomenal. But it's like, if you say stuff like I'm brave. And I was born to sing and win. And then you get, like, 3rd place. It's like, you know, like, what's hello? Well, I guess you gotta practice a bit more. I don't know. But at least she was in the top 3, you know? Top 3 is pretty good. Out of, like, 20 people, yeah. I just thought it was so funny, you know? And you know what the fight was about afterwards? Like, it was just about, like... I think she was fighting about the song. Like, her friend wanted her to, like, incorporate something into the song, but she didn't want to do it because she couldn't, like, perfect it, and then she got upset. That's about it, you know? Something about that. And I was like, really? Like, I thought, like, okay, I would totally understand if, like, her grandmother passed away and she just found out before a performance. Which has happened to, like, actual, like, singers, you know? Like, Celine Dion. Like, I think she had this tragic thing that happened many years ago where, like, her brother passed away and her husband passed away in the same week, and she performed, like, I think maybe a month after that, and she was really, really emotional about it, but she was, like, so phenomenal in her singing. Like, she, like, powered through, like, that, like, and she didn't even say anything. She just sang, and you can just see how much pain she was feeling, but she was still so, like, adamant on performing well. And that very performance, I didn't even watch it live, but I, like, fucking cried, you know? I cried so much from that. But, like, having, like, some girl, like, talk about, like, you know, a dispute with a friend right before a talent show, and then being like, I was born to sing. Okay, when you, like... I think this is just the result of, like, when you go through a lot in life, and then you kind of see stuff like that, low-key, it's just funny. I know it's really toxic of me to be like, ha ha. But I'm just gonna be honest, I can't take that seriously. I'm sorry. But you know what? I would never, ever say it to their face. I wouldn't ever go up to them and be like, this is so cringe. You know, I would always keep that sort of thing to myself. It's not appropriate for me to say it to them. It's very unnecessary for them to know. It could be a big deal for them. Not a big deal to me in my eyes, but that doesn't matter. So, you know, that's why I'm telling this story on stream. Because content. But man, I just thought it was so funny. I remember that talent show. She was really good though. She's a way better singer than me. But like, I just thought it was kind of funny. You're right. I was born to sing. And then she walked on stage. And everybody was like, whoa! And then I was just like, Lamau, what the fuck? Better win. It was so funny. And then she got 3rd place, and I was just like, bruh. I just think it's funny. I'm sorry. I'm so toxic. Like, at least get 1st place if you're gonna say shit like that, you know? It's so funny. You know what? Next time I do a karaoke, I'm gonna say the exact same thing, okay? So maybe some people will not understand the joke and be like, guys, I'm so nervous because I cooked my eggs wrong this morning and it upset me quite a bit, but I'm gonna power through because I'm brave, and I just want to let you all know that I was born to sing. And then I'll sing like Toxic by Britney Spears or something. Okay, yeah, this is me making fun of someone though, so I'm a little bit mean for that, so yeah. But you know what? It's not like... This was like a couple years ago, okay? Just let me make fun of people, okay? Thank you. I told you I had flaws. Okay, I think that's all for donos. Oh, what was I gonna do? I was gonna thank gifted memberships. Holy shit, I forgot. Okay, ZZ, thank you so much for the 50 gifted. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Holy shit, that's crazy. Thank you. And Maegae, thank you so much for the 1 gifted. Bad Karma 90, thanks so much for the 5. Thank you. Isaiah, thank you so much for the 5 gifted as well. Thank you. Ashley, thank you so much for the 1 gifted. Aya, thank you so much for the 1 gifted. Miguel, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Atch, thank you so much for the 1 gifted. Idiot Sandwich, thank you so much for the 10 gifted. Thank you. Holy shit, so many membership gifts. Miriam, thank you so much for the 1 as well. Thank you. Aya, thank you so much for the 1 gifted. And Jue Yu, thank you so much for the 1 gifted. Yutsu Inu, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Welcome new members. Off, thank you so much for the 1 gifted. And Seatown Kills, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Tintanyao, thank you so much for the 50 gifted. Oh my god, thank you so much. I think everybody in this chat is a member now. What the fuck? Thank you guys so much. Allison, thank you so much for the 5. Thank you. Hobbits, thank you so much for the 5. Holy shit, what the fuck? A lot of gifted memberships. Okay, I'm also, by the way, for members, I'm gonna post like an acapella of the Mushroom Song on memberships as well. So, yeah. Robo, thank you so much for the 50 gifted. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you so much. And Maru, thank you as well for the 50 gifted. Oh my god, guys, like what's happening? Thank you guys so much. If you received a membership from any of our wonderful Alupis, please make sure you say thank you. Johnny Lacone, thank you so much for the 50 as well. Oh my god, thank you. And Mike Ray, thank you so much for the 5. Thank you. Okay, guys, I think we're running out of members to gift. I'm not gonna lie. D-Town Kills, thank you so much for the 20. Thank you. Thank you for the memberships again. Holy shit. Oh my goodness, welcome new members. Wait, I want to see how many people joined memberships this. Oh my god, almost 300 members joined. What the fuck? Guys, that's crazy. Welcome new members. We do like monthly movies every month. So after I'm back from camping, let's watch a nice movie together. And I'm gonna upload some like stuff on memberships too. So I hope you guys look forward to it. And thank you once again, everybody, so much for the support. I'm really happy that you guys are looking forward to the song. I really do hope that you guys enjoy it. And for those of you who donated to the charity and for even super chatting in this stream, just know that all of this is gonna be going to several organizations. And I just really appreciate it. Like, even if you're not able to donate and you're just here to listen and watch, I still super appreciate it. So thank you so much. Thanks for making my dreams come true. This is something I really always wanted to do. So I'm really happy that you guys are excited for it. And yeah, when the song premieres tonight, I really do hope that you guys like it. The song isn't really like a pop song or anything, so I know it's not like, modernly. So I'm a little worried that maybe some people might not like it, but I'm really proud of this song. I think, honestly, on a serious note, it might be one of the best, if not the best song that we've written. So yeah, I really hope you guys like it. So yeah. Okay guys, I'm gonna go eat my mapo tofu without rice. And then I gotta pack. And this will be my last stream before the camping trip. So please take care, guys. I'll be back on Monday if I don't die from bears or whatever else is in the forest by the camping place. And yeah, I'll see you guys at the premiere tonight. And just thank you so much. I don't know what else to say, but thank you so much. Thank you. I'm really excited. Yeah. Okay, chat. Thanks so much for putting up with my ramblings, even though I lost myself a couple times. Sorry, I was very tired this stream. I think, the fatigue is catching up to me from all those fucking nights of not sleeping. Like, literally every single day we would sleep at 4 to 5 a.m. because, we were hanging out, we were watching Koshien. And I think it's really getting to me, I'm not gonna lie. I'm, really fucking tired. Oh shit, Simon, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. And Mua, thank you so much for the Akasupa, oh my gosh. Thank you to you and your team's effort. I'd gone through a long time of being ignored from what I've struggled with my mental health. But now I'm getting lots of help to having a healthier mind. I hope I can be the one who gives support at the right time with my donation. Thank you so much, Mua. Thank you so much. Also, I know that you're a wonderful musician yourself, because you composed the piano arrangement for Ethyria that I use all the time, and you know, it was played at Nina's graduation too. So big shout out to you. Thank you so much for your support, not just from today but from like all the other days as well. So thank you. And chat, Alouette, please take care of yourselves while I'm gone. Okay, it's only gonna be 3 days. Don't freak out, okay? Make sure you sleep and eat. And yeah, make sure you're healthy when I come back so we can talk about. Oh my god, I have so much tea to talk to you guys about when I come back, okay? So wait for me. Unless I die, then don't wait for me, okay? If I die, then I guess you're not listening. I guess you don't get the tea. Oh my lord, guys. I can't wait to come back and talk to you guys. Okay. Bye, chat. See you guys in tonight's premiere. Bye bye. Otuena. Bye. Can't wait to talk to you guys about the strip club.